everybody. Good morning or good afternoon or good evening, depending on what time it is for you where you are. Happy Wednesday. Welcome to the beginning of the Hazel week. I am here, Miss Kitty Cat, Miss Kira. She's here too. She's got some purrs to say. Right before we started stream, she decided that she was going to be brave and venture out to the kitchen to see if there were any ice cubes going around before she decided to turn up for, it's call time. We're on the clock. More or less. I think I work for her. Love the charming courier. So cute. Yeah, there's a new mount for 6-month recurring subs that also applies to 12-month recurring subs because of math. And I actually have not been on it yet. I saw like the Wowhead headline. I just claimed it while the countdown was going. And I want to take a look. Oh, it's got a pretty little summon animation. Oh. It's a chilly mount for summertime. It's got a snowflake. Oh, it dragon rides. Love that. I mean, in fairly shortly, lots of things will, but it's nice getting more mounts that aren't dragons. You know, the parrot was really cool. That's pretty. How you guys doing? So excited to announce that we did end up getting a kitty from a foster home on Monday night. Congratulations. Her name is Butter, 20-week-old calico. Oh. Congratulations. Are you gonna farm? I don't even know what that is. Like his big chubby owl face. Getting hot in here. Achievement in remix. Is that like a remix specific achievement? Let's see. What is that one? Have the entire raid dance with Subutai the Swift after getting hit by pillage. Oh, I see. Can we see how it flies? Yeah. I'm gonna move this character down to the Azerothian Archives Big Dig with a G, and park her there so we can fly all the way down. Here, I'll make it easy on myself, and I'll get to the top of the tower to have a nice little boost. Although it's literally all downhill anyway. I don't know what I'm worried about. Interesting that Bengal house cats have jaguar coats and Bengal tigers are striped. Looking forward to the beginning of the Hazel stream week. We're back. We're here. We've got cats. We've got sweats. We've got a little bit of coffee. Well, a lot of coffee, actually. We just got started on that. I'm refusing to unsummon Blub. We spent all that tender on him. He is with us. And we're going to find something to farm today. I have a feeling it might be a weapon in remix. Or a bunch of weapons in remix. But I thought a way that I could make it more fun for me, and also you, but mostly for me, was if I like screen cap the appearance of the specific one that I'm like really trying to get, and I stick it like on my screen in like a little window, like on my stream cap, just so that I like have a little thing I can check to, being like, yes, that's what I'm here for. That's the thing I don't have that I want to have, and if we keep doing XYZ thing, we're gonna get it, kind of thing, or at least we can try our best. Yeah, I saw there was a matching pet, but it said it was for Cataclysm Classic. That's not a game I play. Will it have a funky animation? No. I was planning on slapping it together live on stream, so I'm going to say no funky animations. This month's trading post was underwhelming. Did not buy anything. I felt, where is it? Differently. I'm doomed. I've got the big expensive fish mount frozen, the big purple one. Hannah Harmko, thank you very much for the 28-month resub and our first sub of the week. Appreciate it. Thanks, Hannah. Morning. How was Gilmore Girls? I want to say fantastic, just to be amenable, but I haven't seen it. I did not watch it. I did go see Inside Out 2. That is now a film that I have viewed. In 3D, no less. I have a sick selfie of me in the 3D glasses in the movie theater stacked over my regular glasses because I did not think it through when I went to go see a 3D movie. Also, I don't have contacts, so there was really nothing doing. Haven't seen the first Inside Out. They do still do 3D movies. I know. The main reason I saw it in 3D instead of regular was just because the time slot was better. I didn't want to go super late, and the 3D one was playing like 45 minutes earlier, so. But having done it, I don't think I'm gonna do it again. It didn't make me like, it didn't punch my mom or kill my family or anything like that, but it just, it wasn't as comfy as just regularly watching a movie for me. I heard it gave feels. Thought 3D was a 2010s thing. Yeah, at least they still do it here anyway. Okay, so this character can hang out here, and then in roughly 19 minutes, the big dig will begin. And we want to do that for the weekly quest. Oh, you know what I could actually do for a hot second before I get into that and pick something to farm? I want to do some dailies to maybe look into this. There's literally... This I think I'll be able to do while doing the big dig. Because I've been making progress on it already. But the when a rock is just a rock specifically needs you to be excavating with Roska. I don't know the names of the quests that have that, but I figure I can always just do lots of them. Although then I just got here. I'd have to fly back here. There's techno scrying. Excavation, yeah. So there's one in the way up there, and then there's research. I don't know what that is, but that excavation one might give me rocks. It's possible. It's tough to say, because you know we know that I'm not going to be doing this once newer stuff comes out. So this is kind of the window. Can I make it all the way up there and then all the way back? I mean, yeah. My Hearthstone's got a 10-minute cooldown. I don't know when it got so short. We must have done something. To finish those too. Remember in 2010 when they tried to push the 3D TVs? Yeah, they were expensive and not. Some people must love it. It does work. It's not like it's a scam. It really does make the image appear three-dimensional. It's just a question of whether or not that makes you more immersed in the movie or whatever it was your goal was. So I would, if I was going to the Forbidden Reach, I would probably take the big portal there. This guy. Hazel, for the rock achievement, a helpful trick I did was to get into a raid group. Oh, so it won't count your progress. I could just, like, be my own raid group, I bet. I don't think I even need to update anybody for that. Doesn't count for the quest, does for the achievement. Gotcha, okay. That might take longer than the time I have, but if I only have the one digging quest up, then I probably should do it. Also, there's nothing that says that I have to go to the weekly event that's at 9:30. I could always go at 10:30 or 11:30. Yeah, take me up there, because no one's got time to be flying to the Forbidden Reach. But the main reason I want to finish this is because there's a title. There's the Isles Archivist title, which will, I'm sure, still not help me remember the name of the reputation, because ever since they did... I always want to call them Archivist Codex. They already have a reputation with the word archive in it. And my brain will only allow for one. I cannot allow any additional archive reps. They're all Archivist Codex to me. You got the owl. Yeah. It is pretty cute. It's more similar to the mythic one than I thought it would be. I don't know why I thought it would be wildly different. It's a little different. I mean, it's not a fire owl, that's something. So what I would do, let's see, let's try this. Start a group, blah, 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 blah. And then list it, and then convert to raid, and then I should be in a raid group all by myself. So you pop the totem. I am not experienced at these, and I do not have the sequence down to muscle memory. So we're just going to have to do our best here. I also ought to track the when a rock is just a rock achievement so I can count how many of those I need. Because I'm 5 of 10 currently. So you're supposed to, like, keep in the middle. So I can't dig because I need it to be windier. So I need to click on the elemental. Unless that would... No, the elemental totem. I'll get it, I swear. And now they let me dig. That's right. I'd say this is my least favorite world quest in all of Dragonflight, but that's kind of a big statement. I don't know if we're going that far. I bet if we thought, we could really come up with some slow burners. There were some bad world quests in Dragonflight. I think we're gonna have them every expansion. There's just too many. Oh, all right, that does not work. That's good to know. So you only need to do it once. Well, the good news is that I got I got 500 fragments. Oh, well, my dreams. All right. If I was heading back, since that was only 7 minutes, My Hearthstone's actually not even up. Why do I want to go do the Dragon Race? I think it's just because I literally never do them. Elemental Overflow. We don't want that, but we do want the purse for the gold. I haven't done a Dragon Race for gold in ages. Am I broke? I'm kind of broke. Still can't get a grip on people liking Dune 2. I also like Dune 2, so you can add me to the list of people you're confused about, but I think it's a bit of an uphill battle if you want to understand why everybody on the planet likes or doesn't like all the things that they do.
Join us.
You know.
We can see how your skills are coming along.
That'll twist your noodle into a
What
rotini.
do you seek?
I want to do just the regular
Continue
one. Thank
to
you.
serve.
Oh man, I should have done it. I wanted to do it on the owl, but I don't care enough to quit. You need to get the one in the Onaran Plains for rocks. Is it the same style of World Quest where you've got the totem and you've got the little seesaw bar? Or is it a different one altogether? Because I know there's a bunch of them and I am like fundamentally confused. I'm lost. I don't know what the hurry is. What am I gonna do? Win the world quest? Tuskar Totem one was pretty bad. Tuskar Totems. You can't use it for races. If you start the race on it, it puts you on an old mount. Oh.
Excellent work. I can see that the two of you will soon be formidable competitors.
Fiddlesticks. Well, I mean, I guess I could just go do that for the fragments. 600's not nothing. If we have some time to burn before the dig starts. Because if I really wanted to get caught up on the vendor, I would be doing all the world quests, or at least as many of them as I can stomach. I'm sitting on 796 fragments because we just recently bought something. I think we bought a backpack off the vendor.
There are more secrets. We must uncover them, yes? We should start scrying.
I liked some of these world quests. Which ones did I like? This one's fine when it works. Although, oh yeah. Missed the Najatar puzzle quest. Yeah, me too. Any excuse to play Bejeweled in WoW and get rewards for it. The Zereth Mortis ones were fine as well. Oh, I'm in Holy. Suppose I can kill somebody in Holy. Like 5 items from the vendor. Forgot about the digs for a while. Remix completely knocked them out of my mind. I wasn't thinking about them at all. Oh, how rude, he died right on top of the thing I needed. There we go. All right, and then this way. Maybe up the hill. How did you like Inside Out 2? I don't want to discourage anybody from seeing it if they're excited about it, because if you really liked... I think I'm just cranky. I thought it was fine, I guess, is the thing. Like, I liked it. I didn't regret going to see it. But that's kind of the nicest thing I can say. Like, it was all right. It filled the brief. It lacked punch, I think, the way the first one did. It felt a little like it was very relatable, and it was funny. They had some good new characters, and I liked the new feelings. But it definitely felt a little bit more, I don't know. I didn't enjoy it as much as the first one. 5 out of 10 didn't hate my time there kind of thing, which in the internet is basically like a sizzling roast. Anything, anything that's 5 out of 10 must be awful in online terms. Yeah. But I like getting there early and watching the previews to see what other movies are coming, if any of them look like fun. There was a preview for another Despicable Me movie, and my partner and I were kind of giggling at the minions, and then I looked at him and I'm like, are we old? When did I become the boomer that laughs at minion memes on Facebook? Like, I don't know when that happened, but they're actually pretty funny. In a harmless and cute kind of way. So I rewatched the first Despicable Me last night, because if I'm gonna see 4, then I need to see 1 through 3 again to figure out what's going on in the Despicable Me universe. Minions are fun in short bursts. Yeah, I thought it was charming. I'm not gonna like rebuild my life around it, but I try not to for most things. WoW's the only one that really gets to take over my
Imagine digging something up instead of
life.
just scanning for it.
So in another 56
You have wrested
seconds, we
another
can
secret from
horseback.
the grip of the
New
past.
Beetlejuice movie. Would you
Well
believe,
done,
and I
my
bet you
friend.
would, I've never seen Beetlejuice. I have not seen the first one. I'm aware that he like wears pants that have stripes on them. It's unclear if they're functional in any way to hide beetles that might want to run up his legs in the black stripes, or if that's just a coincidence. First one's pretty good in my memory. Also the high point of the franchise. I swear she doesn't know how to post on Facebook anymore without a meme that randomly has a minion on it. Very much a Tim Burton movie. I might have missed my window in life to get into that kind of thing. I had a big phase where I consumed all content in that general sphere, but I've I don't know. It starts feeling a little bit done after a while. We ready to go? But perhaps I'm just cranky. Crabby. Curmudgeonly. Creaky. Heavily encourage the musical if they ever recorded one. Did you also dye your hair black in that phase? I did. I dyed my hair black with drugstore box dye once in my teenage years, and it did not suit me at all. I have preferred every other iteration of my hair to that one. It was not an improvement in my personal estimation, which is the only one that's relevant. I was kidding. No, I really did. I absolutely did. I did other things with my hair too. Like at different points I would put like different little colored streaks in it, and that was fun, and I thought that looked quite nice. But black box dye, never again. It's a challenge to have that suit your coloring if it's not something that you have naturally, and you can very easily look like something that's washed up on the beach. Unless you're going for that, which is perfectly acceptable. That is a vibe. It just wasn't my vibe. Listen, I wasn't a scene kid. I was an emo kid. Scene kids had more colors. Full leather chains, platform black boots. No. All of that sounds a bit expensive. Now, taking like thrift store things and then taking scissors to them, now we're getting somewhere. That's the kind of fashion that a teenager can afford. I didn't really think I was going to be spending this much time in the archives this morning, but I do want more. I want to finish the vendor. I want to get everything from the vendor. I don't know which things I'm going to be getting like last. Maybe the weapons for weapon types that I don't typically use, but we'll have a few minutes to spare when we get there so we can do a little window shopping. Still dye my hair black. The one nice thing about dyeing your hair black is that you're going for a tone that doesn't have, I mean, I guess I was going to say it doesn't have a lot of nuance, but maybe that's just me being uneducated about it. But generally speaking, it seems like a fairly stable target to hit as long as you're thorough in your application. Okay. Well, let's go window shopping.
Choose wisely.
I feel like I don't have very many of these things, and it's because I've been so lazy about doing the weekly dig. I have the mount. We've got both of these backpacks now. We purchased these. I think this is the one that I got last time. Oh yeah, these hats are probably going to be quite late because we were talking about this. I think it's ridiculous that they have a belt, like a belt on them with an enormous buckle that's for what, when your head gets smaller, that is dead center in the middle. It's not even, doesn't even have the courtesy to be skewed to one side artfully. These are probably up on the list. The spectacles. I have the rope and the super scooper and the hook. I don't have the mining pick. That's kind of... We have mining pick mogs, so that one's going to be kind of a later me thing. The gun's neat, and I don't have it yet, but I can't use it on priest. I did get this. This was important, even though I couldn't use it on priest. It was just too special. Same thing with the shovel. This looks exactly like the Dragon Isles gardening shovel to me, so this is... It's also, like, really... Like, I want it to be curved, and it's, like, barely curved. So you can tighten it in a storm. Listen, if you want that, then give it a chin strap. But of course they can't give it a chin strap because it would just decapitate your character constantly. It would just be clipping like nobody's business. And then of course there's this whole red recolor of the set. You know, slow and steady. Patience. We'll get all of it. Lord of Frost's private label. Kitty cat, you come back up. It's an edging shovel to make your lawn edges straight. Somebody's got a lawn. Imagine if we had cloth physics. They are making a Hazel magic card. She is a legendary squirrel. If you were ever to get back into it, there is the on-ramp. Really? That's cute. Fury Forever, thank you for the 23-month resub. 23 months, almost to 2 years. Hope your weekend was amazing and you have a great week. Thank you very, very much. Hang on, I missed something. I mean, I'm sure I missed lots of things. Are multivitamins worth it? That's a question that's probably better for like a medical professional. I feel like that all of the discourse around supplements can get real skewed really fast online. Find somebody that's been to med school and talk to them about it. In relation to you, it was fun to see. The MTG squirrel is a priest. There's a shade of black that absorbs like 99% of light, and someone painted a whole room with paint that color. It was freaky. Hi. Why is she blind? Because she can't see. The vet said we don't know 100%. It may have been genetic. Or she could have had like a blood pressure incident that was resolved by the time that we checked, because by the time that we noticed that she was blind, her blood pressure was fine, and her other organs were all fine. She just couldn't see anymore. So sometimes genetics just get you. There wasn't any injury or anything like that. Want to start farming achieves? Where should I start? Any tips? Is there a place where you can filter achievements by how many people have them? Because that might be a good way to find like easier ones. Not like perfectly, but like a ballpark. So that you could start with like bulk achievements that you could knock out. I don't have too much specific advice because that's not something I really do. I get achievements in pursuit of other things. I mainly go for them when they're bribing me. Hi Scarlett, how you doing today? Bought a game today? I did buy a game. What game have you purchased? Baldur's Gate 3. Oh, that'll keep you busy. That'll do it. Yeah, she's a calm kitty cat. She's really the best of me. I don't deserve her, but she's such a sweetie pie. She's been laying low. It's been warm here. We've been managing to keep it to like 25 at most inside, which is still pretty hot. But she seems to deal with it better than Moose does. Moose does not like warm weather. He gets crabby, which is fair. He's not built for it. He doesn't feel good. It's not nice for him. But like you can be walking him after like the sun's down, so it's not like super hot and dangerous anymore, and you've got lots of water for him and stuff. But like he's just like, oh, I don't feel good. I'm gonna sit here. I'm gonna eat this. Why can't we go that way? it makes his mood crabby. It's you know, sad, but it's a bit funny. She is the calm to Moose's crab. I relate to Moose. Yeah. No one wants to be super toasty. Repair shovels. We had our high point of our heat wave yesterday. I don't know exactly what it got to. I'm sure it wasn't super impressive in the scheme of heat waves, but with the humidity it was pretty toasty out there. We hid inside for most of the day, and then I had to go out later, and it was alright. I did not drink as much water as I should have done. I'm still catching up. Oh, anonymous gifter giving out a gift sub. I'm meant to be repairing shovels. Congrats, Scarlett. By zone, good way to go. Supposed to be down to only disgustingly hot rather than death. There you go. Things to look forward to. I do think dogs deal with the heat worse than cats. He seems to be kind of a furnace in general. Like, he's just kind of a hot dog. I like to tell him I could just put him on a bun. My partner came up with that joke and I've completely co-opted it because I think it's the funniest thing he's ever said. I really like that one. Stand near Edward for instructions. Oh, yeah, poor baby. He's fluffy. And it doesn't help that he's got like a black coat on his back. I need to buy Moose a hot dog costume for Halloween. I wonder if I'm going to be able to get... I haven't tried last year's Halloween costume on him again this year. Because I bought little bat wings. Little felt bat wings with straps that go over his chest. Like a harness to keep them on.
What's this?
And he wore that for Halloween last year. And it was very, very cute. We went for a little hike with him and his little bat wings, and he was just the most precious puppy. And I still have them because I figured, you know, this is a cheap costume. It's fairly comfortable. It's not very invasive for him. It just kind of goes right over his harness. I could have him just wear this every year, but I don't know if they're gonna fit on. I don't know if that's gonna work because he has gotten a lot bigger than he was at October of last year. And his chest in particular has barreled out to be quite large, so it's I'm not liking his odds. He might need bigger ones, or we might just give up on Halloween. Holocron Coder, thank you for the 22-month resub. Morning, Hazel. Fingers crossed for me to get over COVID soon. I really hope you feel better soon. He wears a different style of harness now that wouldn't really be suitable for attaching stuff to it if we're out for like an actual walk. Put it over his tail. Yeah, I don't think they're gonna fit him. Hazel not on Remix? I think I will get on Remix. I just wanted to do some big digging today. Get some Azerothian Archives done for the week. Also, I wanted to spend a little quality time with my new owl. I suppose I could ride the owl around in Remix. There's nothing stopping me from doing that. But yeah, I spent 2 days more or less just like hanging out indoors, trying not to heat the place up too much. I played a lot of Stardew Valley. I'm on a file called Sunshine Farm and I'm playing the Meadowlands one. And I named my player Inksy just so that in case I ever felt like I couldn't resist booting it up on stream so that I would have a farmer name that was like something stream would recognize. Title was vague enough. I thought you would elicit suggestions from chat. Ah, haha, we got him. You don't know me at all. Resist you did. So far, you never know. You never know when I'm gonna break and be like, you know what? No, it's fall. Kegs are a kegging. We gotta get down in those skull caverns. Flavia and I were talking about doing a Stardew Valley race where we were competing to try to see who could get to 1 million farm-earned money first, in terms of like /played time, which would change the way that I go about the game pretty substantially, so it was kind of an interesting idea. You want to race Flabby? I know, right? Like, it's competing directly against Flabby in basically anything that's not totally RNG seems stupid. But I might actually have a chance in this one because I've played a lot more Stardew than he has. Took my black lab for a walk. Had to wait until it was overcast raining. He's melting. Oh, I'm so sorry. Million is also a lot. It is! Yeah, I've been playing this current Meadowlands farm for... I don't know exactly how many hours, but like more than 12. And I just cracked like 250k. But I also put a lot of time into friendships early. I like to organize gifts, and I like to hold back things to give as gifts, and I like to make sure I'm hitting people with their favorite gifts as much as I can every week early. I don't know why, it's just kind of fun. Done digital illustration and painting before? I mean, in the most vague sense of the word, yeah. I'm no good. I'm no good. And I never will be because I don't want to practice. But yeah, I used
Azerothian Archives
Procreate on the iPad with the Apple Pencil, and that was fun. Yeah, it's fun to find people's love. I like that that a loved gift in Stardew has like the same amount of friendship value no matter like how expensive it is. Like different quality levels will improve it, but my boy Harvey, he likes wine, which is like one of the more valuable things that you can make, and it takes quite a bit of doing to make it. He also likes coffee, which sometimes you crack out of these mystery boxes that fall out of trees and stuff. My boy also likes pickles, and he's not picky about what you've pickled. So you can give him like a pickled, you know, parsnip or a pickled hop, which sounds horrible. And he will love it just as much as if you got him a very nice glass of wine or a bottle of wine. Got me a diamond pine cone. Love those. I don't know if anybody actually loves pine cones. A few people like diamonds, which is handy because they're not too hard to get. Pickled parsnip, sign me up. I haven't picked somebody to move in with me on that farm yet. I was thinking about it. I was planning on doing Harvey again because I always go for Harvey because, you know, the man's the most grown-up feeling of the marriage candidates to me. But I've never in my life in Stardew Valley married Alex, and I thought I might give it a try. I don't know if I'll hate it or not. Have you tried getting him a Lambo? Looking at the forecast for the rest of the week, looks like triple-digit temps every day until Sunday. Oh, I'm so sorry. High on Saturday, supposed to be 106. Oh, ugly. How do you imagine living with Harvey would look like? From the sounds of it, he likes to tinker with his radio. He likes nature documentaries. He makes you coffee in the morning sometimes. You know, seems like a lovely person to live with. Who's the richest feeling? Me. I'm the big money mama in that town. Haley and Alex are last on my list. Listen, I need Alex to put together a workout plan for me so I can get ripped. No, you don't have to get married. There are some minor advantages to it because your partner will occasionally do chores around the farm for you or give you gifts. But it's very minor. It's mostly just like a fun thing to do. You can also, there's a ghost that lives in the sewer, or a shadow person that lives in the sewer, and you can invite him to move in with you platonically as your roommate instead, if you want. That I've never done, but it does sound like fun. Yeah, you can cohabitate with the sewer man, exactly. But the nice thing is that you can, any character can romance any of the candidates. You're not limited to one gender, so you can pick any of the bachelors or bachelorettes, or the shadow person in the sewers. It's not going to lock you out of any of them. Alright, Doom Shadow time. 106 Celsius and everyone in my town is dead. You can also have kids. That I hate. Because the kids do nothing but get in your way. I think they do a few more things now. But I don't, like, if you upgrade your house the third time and you're married, every now and then your partner, I don't know if Krobus does it, probably not, but your partner's like, hey, should we have children? And every time I'm like, no! And then like 4 days later, they're like, should we? And you have to keep saying no. Gotta get a George. Yeah, you can turn them into doves if you don't want them anymore, but it's expensive to do that. You have to pay good, solid money to get rid of those children that you just shouldn't have had in the first place. Sewer Ghost would never pressure me like that. Do we have lots of fragments? 7,000. Okay. Not crazy lots, but some. I think I was going to save for the 12,000 glasses. I think that was next on my list as these guys. So we'll work up to it. I can leave her right here. And let's log in Remix and pick something to farm. Doves? I think so, yeah. Child sacrifices shouldn't be cheap. You need a specialist and everything. You can also divorce your spouse in this game, which is, it also costs money, and then it'll be really awkward every time you talk to them in town after that. What are you going to spend your gold on before War Within so you can start out broke? I feel like I already spent most of it. How much gold do I have? I was spending it on the vendor that's going away in August, because that's soon, right? I guess I don't know if it's the beginning or the end of August. You know what's annoying? The price of film stock. You can also romance everybody to the max, and that can also get awkward. That I've literally never done. I've heard and I've read about, like, there's a fun cutscene if you romance every possible candidate and you're dating all of them, and then there's a scene where they all find out and then they all get mad at you for a couple days. I've never in my life been dating more than one person at a time in Stardew. What vendor goes away in August? There is one in the Black Market Auction House area of Valdrakken. Let's go stop by. We may as well. 259k. This game is great. Heard your stream music, thought my Warcraft started automatically. Yeah, so I don't have that much gold left. No, I don't date more than one person at a time, IRL. I am the quintessential serial monogamist. What is this mug? Oh, you don't like it? I guess he didn't say he didn't like it. He said, what is this? This is fashion. This is drama. This is, giving? It's giving something. Who wouldn't want a raid like this? I love it so much. Oh yeah, you gotta get the big stompers in there. I wanted to use the pants from the Murloc suit in a different transmog. Oh no, steal this. Go for it. Here, I can probably even export a code somehow, can't I? So if I like look at the whole set, link outfit, copy to clipboard. There you go. It's in. Ah. So you have to add a slash before the outfit, like a backslash. But then you can check it out in game. We should all dress like that. Murloc's Lady Belt. I like her little midriff though. You know, sometimes you gotta let the belly button breathe. Alright, so this vendor that's going away, the items that the vendor sells will still be available occasionally on the Black Market Auction House. It's a gold sync vendor, so everything's meant to be expensive. So you go underneath the pet daycare area in Valdrakken, and you're gonna have this building where the Beema is. And there's also this young lady, Miss Yulon. You say, hello, I'm looking for something expensive. Limited time items for a premium price, only available through the end of August. That answers one of my questions. End of August. And they sell a few things here. I've already bought some stuff off this vendor, so that's why there's not that many things left here. I don't have... There's a pair of swords. That's actually kind of pretty, but it's like 200k, but it's kind of pretty, but it's 200k. There's Griffin Rider headgear. There's a crown splitter. There's a helmet. There's like a, what is that thing? A polearm? That's kind of enormous. These are all the things that I haven't purchased yet. So there's a gun for 100k. This is where the gold beetle mount came from. And then there's a shield as well that I don't have, which is pretty neat. But, you know, 100,000 gold. I wasn't sold when I saw this sword, but the gleaming version of it's pretty sweet. The extra effect on it kind of sells it for me. Do you want your polearms to be smaller? No. Must acquire money bug. Yeah. They are going off the vendor. The vendor is only available until the end of August. At that point, those items will become Black Market Auction House items. So you might be able to snag them cheaper in the future if they pop up on the Beema, and you can get them when nobody's bidding for them. But it'll be, you'd have to wait for them to spawn, and then you'd have to compete with anybody else that wants it.
Have anything ancient to trade? Needs to be at least 2 centuries old.
Usually how it goes. They're... I always feel safer if you can buy it just off a vendor for a flat fee. That feels a lot safer. If it's something that you want. On my way to buy the gold gun. Oh yeah. I think it's safe to say I'm not making any more gold with alchemy this expansion. I think we've made our money. They're vaguely profitable, but I think for the most part people are just dumping their supplies now.
If you find anything exotic, bring it to me.
When am I going to use a two-handed sword? Who even uses two-handed swords?
You have come
It's not even
to the
me.
right place.
The helmet's kind of neat because it's not any particular armor type. But it's also, like, super not my style. Sword is a one-hander? Is it? They are one-handers. Ooh, that's cool. You could sword and board with those. They're huge for one-handers. That's like the size of my body. If I tried to hold something like that in real life, I would fall over. Do you know how much you made? No, no idea. Not a clue. So we're saying the gun's cute? It's a gun, though. You know, use it on Crinkle. Whoever else is going to sword and board. I mean, I'm going to tank on somebody a little bit. I'm going to do a little bit of recreational tanking in the War Within, if only for that achievement. You've always been a prop paladin. I mean, I play a lot more Hunter. Oops.
The world is your teacher.
One-handed swords. I love this mog though. And I actually really like this sword with that mog. You know what? She can use it. Are they both going to be prop paladin? No, she's a ret paladin. She's a ret paladin. No, I don't think I have TSM turned on anymore. I think I killed it in favor of Auctionator and Craft Sim. Add-on that showed you what transmogs you had. An add-on that showed you what transmogs you have. It might be Can I Mog It? It could be all the things. Yeah. TSM's still good to track profits. I guess I just haven't been like... I don't know. I want my add-ons to give me actionable information, and I don't want them to give me information that's not really driving my decision-making unless I'm specifically using it to fuel my ego. Yeah, it could have been Trove Tally as well. Trove Tally is helping me find weapon transmogs that I still need. Welcome back. So let's pick something off the list to specifically target. Because this has been... I've been finding this to be kind of overwhelming. So I want to grab like one item off the list and then really give it my all. I also do want to do these dailies though too, just to get some free bronze to be getting stronger with. We are past 400, which is kind of nice. World Mogs or Instants? Both are available on this list. I haven't picked anything yet. Love the graph that TSM uses to show profits, but that's all I use it for now. Should try to find something to replace just that. My TSM graphs always resembled somebody skydiving. Like, I would just spend a year going do 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 and just gaining altitude and climbing and climbing and climbing, and then I would spend it all in one go and I'd go and then I'd spend the next like 2 years slowly climbing, and then Brutusaur. It was always a very slow climb and a very sharp drop because I would spend things all at once. Monk, Mage, Warrior, Pally, one-handed swords. I could also, if I really wanted to start broke, I could combine my gold for my other characters and send it to see if I can buy like another thing. I might be able to also get like the shield or the gun. See how many things I can get off that list. What if I just start slamming dragon racing dailies on like a bunch of characters? Dragon racing dailies and world quests. I guess the move is to use all your characters to do world quests when there's like the magpies up still. That's like the world quest gold making thing. It's just, it's fun making gold when your goal is something like 75k that feels super achievable, you know, like you do something and you're up like 5k and you're like, yeah, I'm making progress, I'm getting there. It's a lot less intimidating than trying to save up like 5 mil gold or 10 mil gold or something like that. Yeah. I actually turned out liking Auctionator scans more than TSM price info because I was using it for making crafting decisions. So I wanted like up to this, I wanted like up to the minute. I wanted a very recent scan. And I liked that with Auctionator I'm able to force a scan. I'm able to manually scan whenever I want, so I know I'm working with up-to-date data. Whereas if TSM data is like 45 minutes old, it's not that old. And for something like transmog farming, it's super nice to have. But I found that in Dragonflight, for my own personal purposes only, I actually stopped using that info. And it was also just throwing so many errors. TSM, at least at the beginning of Dragonflight, could not, like, it wasn't the only add-on to do it, but it was especially bad, in my UI anyways, for jamming up my, just needing reloads constantly. I found it was just not worth having it on. How many else do you think you could drag through dragon races? I get it. Before you concede. It's a good question. TSM UI to be off-putting. It's definitely got a bit of a learning curve. It's slightly intimidating. When I reached 158 mil gold in Shadowlands, used it all. Balance cap, buy the both stuff, wish gold in Hearthstone, now I'm left with 3 mil. What was your main gold farm in Shadowlands? That's a lot of gold. Playing a Brewmaster in a remix feels like I need more keyboards for all of the binds. Legendaries. Hearthstone's a good sync. Shadowlands gold was all legendaries. I did alright in Shadowlands off of mission tables. That was where a lot of my gold came from, was mission tables, and then because I was farming emissaries on many characters, I would be getting emissary cash gold, and I was also getting reputation cash gold, Paragon cash gold, because I was farming Paragon caches for those dumb Necro Ray eggs. They weren't dumb, I'm sorry, I'm just mad. I'm lashing out. I did not terribly just off of that. Flipping and crafting, farming costs too much time. Love the positive vibes. We do our best. We do alright. Can't promise perfection, but nobody can. If I was gonna stop you from healing. I still don't feel like I'm a particularly effective DPS yet. More item level. From heroic dungeons. No, we have everything from heroic dungeons. Normal dungeons that we're still missing stuff from. I'm just in here for the daily bronze. Why is the coffee gone? Is it because you drank it all? Yeah, it is. I did do that. Another mystery solved. I'm surprised nobody's mentioned yet that I changed something about my stream setup. Vaguely. Aside from just the angle. I took my camera down and I did some tightening of various parts of the tripod, because my poor tripod looked like if you made a man out of string cheese and then you left him in a car in the summer for a while. It was just like slowly falling farther and farther into the splits, so I re-tightened a bunch of stuff and it's sitting up properly now. My camera no longer looks like it's gonna plummet off of my desk to a very expensive death. Freudian slip. Very upsetting mental image. It was also taking up a lot of floor space, and because of that I couldn't floor space on my desk. I couldn't adjust it as much as I wanted to. There we go. Because I do like being able to just move my camera around as I see fit. I don't really have like a super fixed location for it. It just vaguely in front of me is usually good. Gold makers out there that make me look like nothing. I know a streamer close to 1 billion gold. All the different Infinite Bazaars have the same stock. They all have the same stuff. That's a good question. All the things giving boss lore in the tooltip. Not that I've ever seen, but it sounds like something I might have turned off if it did happen to me.
Speak.
So I'm just gonna pop through these dailies as quick as I can. Do a couple of gear upgrades, and then I'm gonna pick something off the list, and we're gonna do our best to farm it. Saw it when you clicked on the last dungeon boss. Huh.
We
Oh, hey.
keep the darkness at bay.
Any mug? No? I'm pretty sure I need a few things from normal dungeon still, so that's something. How many 70s did you make? We counted them recently. I think it was like 7, maybe 9, because I have 25 70s now. I have a total of 25 currently, but that includes ones that I had before we mix. Set up a mic stand and a green screen for my job meetings. It's appreciated when I do fun backgrounds. That's fun. But yeah, I added an extra lamp to the closet corner. I felt like I wanted to. I figured if I'm gonna have cheesy gamer LEDs, I may as well go all the way. So I found a pole lamp that does RGB. Something IC. I don't remember the exact acronym, but there's like a newer version of RGB that lets them do a smoother gradient between colors. So I have it very gently pulsing right now from pink to purple. It's more blown out than I wanted it to be. I have it on 1% brightness right now because my camera has quite a bit of exposure boost. Yeah, I thought that was kind of fun. It's also Wi-Fi setup, and I'm really terrible with networking stuff, so I'm not sure if I'll ever actually be able to be patient enough to figure it out and get it properly set up. But in theory, especially if I eventually change out the shelf lights to match, it would be really fun to set it up in a way where people could do channel point redemptions to like change the colors or to do different effects. There's like a fantasy world where I have like a special light show effect that happens whenever like an event happens in game. Like maybe we get like a rarity item to drop and I have that somehow hooked up to trigger the lights. It's technically possible. Practically speaking, I'm like wildly over my head with that kind of thing. But it is within the realm of things that could happen. It would be fancy to have points to burn. Plus, it would be fun to let you guys do something that you could actually see on stream without me needing to take any action whatsoever. And like disrupting the flow of the stream. Channel point rewards to make your place a disco? Yeah, something like that. I don't know if I'm actually going to be able to do it, I should say, because I can't overstate enough how awful I am at getting these things to work. The last time, I have another light bulb that's also Wi-Fi pairable like that, and I tried to get it set up with a thing that would let me control it on my computer. And I like did this pairing thing, and I got like the code, like an API code or something, and then I like tried to set it up, or I tried to pair it, and then it was just like, no. Failed. And I'm like, but why? You know, the code's correct. I generated the token. I followed all the steps on the list. And it's like, nope. Failed.
We've got
Channel
to
point
go right
redemption to
that
change
signal
cameras.
fire
Cameras on
without
different
reward.
plushies. That would take a lot more equipment. 2035 Batman will enter the public domain. Maybe there'll be an Arkham City too. Color brown on LED. I just, the image that I had in my mind was, if you guys have seen the original Sleeping Beauty where the fairies are arguing over the color that Aurora's dress should be, and one's like, make it pink, and then one's like, make it blue, no, pink, and they're fighting like that. I love the idea of you guys being able to have that out, while I just sit here and talk about something completely unrelated. Hard to do stuff from different networks together. I don't lack the intelligence, I lack the patience right now. I would need to be patient enough to accept that I don't understand it all yet, and to actually like learn some foundational stuff to figure out why it's not working and how to troubleshoot it. Which is a big ask for me, but it's possible. Looking forward to the pricing of these light changes. You would need them to be pretty spendy. Or you would need to have like a cooldown. Or both. I don't know. It just sounded like fun. I don't want you guys to feel like I've given up on doing things for stream. I make my partner do it because they know and have the patience. Okay.
I'll trust you for now.
One thing I didn't do once in that entire thing was I did not once touch my life storm. Whoops. It's pretty spendy, like 5k or 150k. There must be a place where I can see channel point leaderboards where I can get a feel for how many points the regulars have. But you also wouldn't want to like completely... You would want something that people could afford if they're new. Background's close enough to like the 2022 era. Gave me deja vu while still being kind of new. Hi, Currents. Currents has 1 million. Yeah. I was also messing with my color grading on stream a little bit. I don't think I have it perfectly right, and it's tricky when you have so many colored LEDs in the room. They tend to reflect off of me and make my my skin tone look a bit strange. But I used to run a pretty hyper saturated camera, partly because that was the way the default color grading was in the camera, and I didn't know enough to change the profiles at the time. And it's like not a very professional look, but I kind of liked it. It was kind of me. Change that light color all day. RGB with extra steps. So loaded, you have no idea. Max redeems per stream. Vote for strange skin tone. But yeah, actually, well, I'll show you after. I'm supposed to be helping in this scenario. I should probably like actually play the game. Tiny bit. Remix kind of plays itself. Listen, there are 2 other people in the scenario, including a rot breath. They're counting on me. Channel point leaderboard would be fun to see. That must be something that I can just make in a panel.
Special coming.
That would be kind of fun. Especially if we did more gambling so that it could have some change, you know?
Special coming.
I'm writing down this idea in a notebook that I will not remember to look in. I need to remember to buy groceries. We are out
Special
of food.
coming.
Order groceries. You know it's bad when there's no bread left in the freezer. I'm a toast-based being. There's a Streamlabs extension. Yeah, that should be pretty straightforward to set up. Heck yeah, gambling. Is it a cute notebook? Yeah, it's pink And it says bright ideas, and I put stickers on it. I put
Special
little
coming.
foil under the sea stickers on it because I'm 30 and I'm 31 and I can do whatever I want. But it's just a cheap one from the hardware store. It's from the kids stationery section. Send Moose to get food. 1 meal for Hazel's meal plan. No. That sounds like a personal boundary. Nobody gets to decide what I eat, and I'm not going to decide what you guys eat. You eat whatever you want. You get a notebook from a Blizzard box? I did. I have that in my desk too. It's such a pretty one that I almost never write in it because I feel like I should use it for very important thoughts. And I don't have very many of those. It's not an occasion that happens to me terribly often. 44. Have a shelf full of cute stuffed animals. As of 2 days ago, happy birthday. Channel points to give you a hydrate alert or posture check. I find that kind of invasive. I don't know. Imagine your boss like having tickets that they could slam down in your desk to be like, sit up straight. Drink some water. You look thirsty, you know, like it just feels like a personal boundary thing. I can show you the notebook. I won't show you what's in it because, you know, my important thoughts, but yeah, this was part of a Dragonflight press kit. It's like a leather with like one of the wrappy strap things. Paper notebook. That's cute. I would pay 500k points to choose a game for an hour. Ah, that's the kind of thing that would cost real moolah. An hour? That's the kind of thing that game companies pay. I would say big bucks, but I'm not that famous. Medium bucks for. Moderate amounts of bucks. If they could do it for channel points, we'd have PR all up in here. Love the nail polish color. Why, thank you. I wanted them to be pink. And I wanted them to be like neon for summer. And then I went out in public and then I was like, these are kind of bright. But they weren't shipped, which I appreciated. They looked alright. It would be Subnautica. You guys really dedicated to Subnautica. Oh, got an achievement for this orb. Uncrossed links. Channel point New Game Plus. Just let me spend the mill and start over. Not paying real world prices for that. I'm not an oil baron. What? All this time. I thought you were Ujai Oil LLC. You're not. We've been misled. There's another 8,000 that we can dump here. One day we're gonna feel like we're doing damage. It's not yet, but it maybe soon. Could happen. And have we done... We did normal and heroic dungeons. We did a normal... Oh, we need to do a heroic scenario. That's on you. 250k channel points. You have to give a random player 25k gold. No! I used to do pet giveaways for Patreon subscribers back when I had a Patreon. There was a tier that would get you into a monthly pet raffle. And I would draw the names. I would like assign the names a number and I would draw a number every month. And I feel like I did a few of them too. Like I had a rule where you had to have at least a 1 in 10 chance. The more subs I had, the more pets I would give away. And I would then look up the pet collection of each individual player and I would pick out a pet that they didn't have yet. And I would buy it for them, and then I would make a character in their server to mail it to them. And I used to do that every month for like years. It was I'm sure that there's people that still have pets from the giveaways. I hope so. Streamer watched has a level up system for points. Fully arbitrary and for points. Incredible amount of work. That and naming pets after patrons. Yep. And then of course there used to be the old legendary reward where I would literally draw a picture I would draw a little illustration, an amateur illustration, I should be clear. They're not very good, but I would draw like a different like WoW picture. I would print them. I would sign them. And I would address and mail them out to individual people. You would get like a postcard every month on the $25 tier. You used to get a signed postcard every single month with like the little art. One of my guildies has like a collection of all of them. Still on the shelf behind me. Aww. Feels real cute. The energy was like your grandchild made you something at school and then sent it to you. I really hope it was clear that I never pretended to be very good, because if I did, then I would for sure be on some delusional artist board because they weren't terribly proficient, but it was fun. But that was also a lot of work. That used to take me 2 full work days every single month of just of managing it, because I was terrible at managing like the list of information and the addresses and making sure people's addresses were updated and making sure they were all going to the right place. And early on in the very first, like I eventually just started signing them all with like a heart hazel, but early on I would like write little notes to everybody with their names and stuff on them. But after a while it started taking an absurd amount of time. Counting, 1 sec. How many you got? Listen, they're collector's items now. We don't do those anymore. I made a promise to myself to not do anything that couldn't be scaled completely digitally. Anything that required extra man hours to scale was going to be a no-go. And then there was a while where we were doing 2 pictures. I would do one illustration for the art card, and I would do another one for the wallpaper. I would do a vertical wallpaper, and post that one digitally. Miss the window. Never be able to afford a Hazel autograph. I promise that if I ever go to a convention again, I will sign anything for free. I will never charge somebody to sign something. I don't still draw. No, I quit it with great gusto. I was so happy to quit. That was the best quitting day of my whole life, was when I gave myself permission to give up drawing. It wasn't fun anymore. It was misery every single month. I thought the pictures came out cute, but because I'm not very good, I would do bits of them over and over and over and over and over and over again. I was doing it digitally, so I would like try a shape and erase it, and try it again and erase it, and try again and erase it, and then try this thing and erase it, and then try this thing and erase it. And it was just like pulling teeth trying to get something that I felt comfortable putting out, and they were still a mess. Oh, I got a mace I needed from one of those boxes. That's a cool mace too. I like that a lot. It's the keg breaker, and it's a literal keg. It's got a little cork in it and everything. I wonder if I can get a quick cue for this. My BlizzCon a few years back was with a guy dressed like Deckard Cain. Felt like I was meeting Taylor Swift. Holy moly. BlizzCons were so fun. They were so stressful and they were so scary, but they were so fun. The first year that I went, I was almost late for my meet and greet because I was just lost. I was like a deer set loose in the city. I was trying to figure out how to get into the building. I literally ran all the way around this hotel where the thing was being held because I couldn't find the door, which is on the front of the building. It wasn't hard to find, but I somehow get lost, can't find the door, run around, walk in the parking garage, look lost. I think I eventually managed to go in the parking entrance, but like, you know, when you're trying to get in someplace, you start walking past like shipping bays that you've done something wrong. And I was like, okay, there's going to be people waiting there. Well, there might be people. I don't know. There might be people waiting to see me. It starts in like 8 minutes. I am by the cars. I'm totally by myself and I have no idea where I'm going. And I was in heels too. And I was like, so if you met me in 2018 and you were wondering why I was sweaty, that's why. BlizzCon 2017 is one of my happiest memories. Such a fun trip. I wore ankle boots with heels at least once. I don't know why. I wanted to be tall. I mean, I used to wear them all the time. I was pretty good at running in them. I was more agile back then. Oh. If I ever go again, it's gonna be sweats all the way, I think. Unless I've like picked up a fashion sense somewhere, but I don't see that happening anytime soon. But it was so sweet. People, there was like, I had a line. People wanted to see me. It was the nicest thing. Cosplayed at BlizzCon for 4 years. Those years were such a fun experience. Already pretty tall. Oh, let's not start this again. Yeah, it was always really fun seeing people in costume around BlizzCon. They're just like automatically famous. Sweats are my definition of fashion. I'm in queue for a thing. 7 minutes, huh? I guess it's just waiting for another healer. I wonder if I can get away with AFKing real quick. I'm gonna try. BRB! We made it! Run! I keep my Bluetooth earpiece in while I'm AFK so I can hear if a queue pops. Never worried. I heard BRB.
Ancient vaults of the Mogul, untouched by time for
Do you think they'll do a bronze to
thousands
gold
of
conversion?
years.
Nah. I'm not expecting one.
There
There must be people that have just kept playing that would have saved up like millions and millions of bronze. And yeah, you could set like the conversion rate to be something that means that they only end up with like a couple thousand gold or 10,000 gold or something like that. But if you did that, then normal people would get like 8 copper and it would just be weird. I think there'd be too much discrepancy between how much currency people have. That's why I love a wireless headset. I used to do that I mean, for all kinds of things, it's great. Like you're in Mythic Plus and you're waiting for your group leader to fill, and you're in Discord. You know, you just go grab a snack, keep your headphones on, and you know when to jog back. Waiting in a queue. Although sometimes you just don't make it.
So the stories were true.
Tender your soul.
Yeah, you'll get to keep your bags.
These are the halls.
That would be a strange thing for them to take away from you.
If they
Not a bad idea to get your bank filled with the new bags.
Feng the Accursed was betrayed by 4 emperors of the Mogul. His body destroyed each time, only to rise.
No matter. We don't be needing what's back.
Yeah, there is a rumor going around that the template gear they're going to stick us in after Remix is 424. I hope that it's something better than that, because that's like 2 seasons ago catch-up gear. Like that's pretty minimal catch-up gear. I would like for them to put us in something maybe not as good as the catch-up gear in pre-patch, because I'm sure some people will get. Well, you know what? You're only gonna have like 2 or 3 days though, right? Like Remix doesn't end until right before the expansion launches. I don't know. Didn't know they existed till I saw you get yours.
Done made me angry.
So this is a LFR tier 14 raid. I am missing 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 appearances from this, but I was mainly just looking to do something quick that could get this quest done, so that I can have all my dailies sort of turned in, and I can get all my upgrades bought before I start grinding here. There we go. Wish the timing was different. Enjoying my Remix monk, but I need those pre-expansion pets. Yeah, I'm definitely gonna, once the pre-patch comes out, I'm gonna pivot.
What a shame for
I don't happen to know how many of those prints you made, do you? No, I don't. It was 1 a month, but I don't know how many years I did it for. It was a couple years. If Skater Bun would be the person to ask. I think he has all of them. I want to know my percentage at 17. Worth the effort to try to gear upgrade and remix? Wait till it's over. If you are looking to have... So, upgrading gear and remix, as far as we know, does not have any impact in how powerful the character is after remix ends. However, the currency that you're using to upgrade your gear and remix also has no value. As far as we know, it's going to evaporate after remix ends. So if you have bronze to upgrade your gear, and you're not spending your bronze in anything else, maybe you bought everything from the vendors, maybe you're planning to farm more bronze, there's no reason not to upgrade your gear. But it won't make that character any... Like, if you're trying to just get your character set up for the War Within by getting their gear upgraded, that's a waste of time. But if you're trying to get your character upgraded so they can do things in remix, that's not a waste of time. What you're saying is nothing matters. Do what you want. Yeah. I'm at a point now where I have everything that I could have purchased for bronze. So any bronze that I get is pretty easy to just dump into my gear to make my character stronger because there's nothing else to be done with it. Yeah. Yeah, use the bronze to buy all the mounts, buy any mog you want. Just keep shopping off the vendors. Eventually you reach a point where there's nothing left to buy. Love the outfit today. Oh, thank you. I was gonna, at an earlier point when I was talking about redoing my stream room with like an extra lamp in the back corner there. I was gonna show you guys how I mean, I don't think anybody cares about me, but I went back and I finally re-added and created a LUT for my camera so that I could have a little bit of color grading live, because for ages I've been using default neutral camera colors with no color correction, which means that recently that's more like the normal colors, and honestly it doesn't look that bad. And if anybody's thinking it looks better than what you're doing now, can it? I don't want to hear it. I'm looking for a little oversaturated Disney glow, and that's what we got now, so I'm quite pleased with it. Whew. Anything happened at the Vakthros Tower in the Eastern Azure span? I do not know. Looks great, thank you. Do not see the difference, but I believe in it wholeheartedly. It makes me happy. It's something that I used to do that I had gotten really lazy about, and I had lost the file for it at some point, and I wanted to redo it with the new lighting room anyway. Some might say it's a particular lighting scheme. Much like sitting funky in a chair. Let's pick something to farm. Let's do the title of the stream now. Oh, we have a 9k more bronze to spend. Giant tower to my knowledge.
What do you want?
458. There we go. So our overall item level is now up to 413 on Shellfish, so he's coming along. He has 51k threads, about a quarter of what my hunter's rolling with. There is an add-on for mount spawn timers. It needs data to work though, so it needs to get data from either other places or from you seeing that thing spawn recently on your shard. Or if there's an enemy corpse on the ground, it can get the data from that. Or like a mob corpse on the ground, a boss corpse. What was it called though? I don't have it anymore. I used to have it. Nearly had to commit remix seppuku. Accidentally looted a dungeon XP. Oh! I think almost every time I've leveled a character, I've accidentally looted one or two. I just go, whoops, didn't mean to. Like I would manually override my own turning off of auto loop. Alright. So, we already got one thing because I'm lucky today. This is the list of things that I don't have yet on this priest. There's one wand. Ugh. That's from normal siege. And then there's the purple one from heroic siege. They're a butt to farm, but I like them. There's that. And then there's 2 items from heroic Throne of Thunder as well. But then there's also many things from LFR. A couple things from normal dungeons. You know what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna like look through this list. Although I have a feeling I want to farm. I want to try for that wand. I want to try for siege this wand. It's just such a pretty color. I think that's what we're after. So let me take a screenshot. Yeah, I went half an hour over on the final stream of last week trying to do siege back to back twice. But if I can just get this thing to drop. Here. There we go. Now I can know exactly what I'm after. And you guys can know too. We can get all excited about it. I'm all excited about it. So that's a normal Siege of Orgrimmar wand. So I want to do a normal siege. In a perfect world, I would do it with other wand users. But I think I'm just gonna... Actually, what if we just try to see if we can stack it? Raids, start a group. Siege of Orgrimmar normal. Normal siege. How many people do you stack this to? Is it 25? I should know that, right? Comic Sans. List group. $30? Okay. We can fill to 30. I'm gonna be a bit sneaky and I'm gonna prioritize mages, warlocks, priests. So I have as many wand users as possible to beg off of. Wondrous time. But if we need 30 people, we're gonna probably need to go as far as we can. Bong Apple Cheese, thank you for the 2-month resub. What a name. Around 22 to 25. We'll see how many we can get. I'm coming. Got home after having my first ever tattoo at age 60 and I'm so happy with it. Congratulations. I'm so happy for you. What server are you on? Doesn't matter. I'm on Lightbringer, but it should be a cross-realm available group. Here, I'll make the title Hazel's Normal Siege. Just help you find it if you're looking for it. Been really wanting to get one. That's true. It is USA only. EU won't work. But Hoarder Alliance NA should be able to find it. And because it's Siege, it won't preclude you from doing Heroic Siege if you also wanted to do that in a day. It's a separate lockout. We are going to make a point to try not to pull a Mercius until we are full and everybody's here.
We adventure together again. Except this time, I am afraid the circumstances are much more dire.
A couple of carries wouldn't hurt either.
Scarred. The ever-blooming trees
Mother-in-law at 80 got a little ladybug on her chest.
And die as the water from the pool strains away.
Well, we got lots of wand users. Mean Beans, thank you for the 2-month resub. The ever-blooming onion. Hazel, what do you think of the new blue owl mount? I think it's pretty. It's cute. Coming with my sad warlock. thunderstorms making my dog lose her mind? Bad questions. Oh, yes, thank you. 476. How many people do you need? 30. 30-ish. Item level should be fine. If we can get 1 or 2 people, we've got 1. If we can get maybe another person or 2 that's sort of like higher 400s, we shouldn't have any trouble getting through them. It might not be the fastest ever, but that's okay. Should be not too bad. I'm 413. I'm a bit overleveled for it myself. Log in to invite my pally, invite Weiriel in a sec. Just be advised, if the wand drops for you and you need it, that's totally fine. I'm gonna basically whisper anybody who gets it to ask, but please don't feel like you need to give it to me if you need that mog or you want to use the weapon for yourself. And you don't even you can ignore me if you want. You don't have to say anything. Yeah, more tanks. Why not? Perfect. What wand is it? It's the Mist Spinner's channel. It's the teal version that I have a screenshot of on the screen. I can't loot it, but I can carry. Perfect. Way. Yeah, we got summons. Mage Maid use stabs 100% of the time. Aw. Thanks, guys. Perfect. Welcome back. Scoots with a 51-month reset. Something. I'm still waiting for the bad questions. Already have it. Traded if it drops. Awesome. Yeah, they can't drop more than once. I would be so happy if this was my last normal siege. If we can get that wand, then we're free. Add-on's taking me forever to load in. You're all good. I hope you get it. I hope so too. Listen, we've got stacked casters in here. Alright, I think we're gonna call it a 25. I think that should be good. 26. One last person snuck in. Alright. Let's get everybody summoned. And then we can go. Tried to farm it for 27 years, it's about time. People more or less here. Perfect. Should be everybody.
Once, the Titans used these life-giving waters to create and shape all life in Pandaria. It is these waters that kept the veil
off and away. Good luck on your mogs, everybody.
The Valley of the Four Winds created the
I made it. Let's go.
farmland in the world. And now, the malignance of the old
We should be
god
all
has
here.
manifested itself within the waters.
I'm gonna try and remember to actually heal the slimes to help try and one phase it.
Deep into the soil.
I have the buttons to do that now.
All of Pandaria.
Alrighty. some scrolls. Oh. Has been pulled.
Run away. Run away.
Alice, thank you very much for the 29-month resub. Excited to see the round robin and trove tally whispers. I should set up separate whisper windows. That might be helpful. There's one. Any other Healy slimes? Yeah. Perfect. One phase. Yeah, this is normal. Good luck on your loots. How funny would it be if I just like got it right away?
You have done it. The waters are pure once more.
Should be a lovely fast raid with all these carries. Thank you guys for coming along.
It will take much time
Oh.
for the veil to heal, but you have given us hope.
Got one person to beg. Make yourself. Thank you for the 28-month resub. Got a staff I needed. Nice. It's possible that there's more mogs than just the one that I'm sort of missing in here. It's just that's the only one counted by Trove Tally. I don't know which things make the list, but I'm not going to worry about it too much. 28 months is a long time doing something right. Aww. Hazel, how was your weekend? Mine starts tonight. My god, I need it. It sounds like you're it sounds like your job's really running you ragged, man.
Can it be?
We're going.
Oh, no.
Special coming.
Protect us. Come.
I see.
We have not fulfilled our oath.
My weekend was all right. I got kind of brain rotted indoors. I spent too much time just scrolling because we didn't go out anywhere really because it was just smoking hot. So it was just kind of like shut the windows, try to stay indoors, try not to go anywhere. I did get out. I did get out in the evening one day. Enjoying a lot to learn. Physical delivering milk to shops. Who knew milk was so damn heavy? If you can fry an egg on the sidewalk, it's too hot to go outside. I think someone tried because I was walking my dog and I had to try to get him past 2 raw broken eggs that were just on the sidewalk. So I wonder if somebody was like, I wonder if it's hot enough to fry an egg, and just broke some eggs on the sidewalk and went, nope, oh well. Because every now and then we pass by food and I'm like, sorry buddy, I know it's really not fair. It's one thing when I don't let you eat garbage, but it's eggs. It could have been an unfortunate grocery accident, that's true. Trick is to use your car hood, not the sidewalk. Were they seasoned? I didn't look too closely. But people leave all kinds of crazy things on the sidewalk.
Astounding. Another chamber that looks to originate from these titans. It must have been hidden away long before recorded history. And with good
Black Ash
reason.
Pulse the way to go to fry
In the
egg
chamber
outside.
ahead, under our peaceful land, slept the heart of an old god. Halt! Oh my, what is this? Hello, I am Lord Walker Cho.
No further corruption
Yay!
will enter the
Thank you
heart
so much.
chamber.
Further corruption?
We did it!
Oh,
Ow!
we are here to stop the corruption.
I'm fine.
And save Pandaria.
You wish to purge the corruption?
Yes.
That was
please,
fast.
let us
It dropped
pass.
on the very first boss for somebody.
Pass this
And
door at this
if it's somebody in chat, thank you very much. I asked if I could have it, and they said no thanks. Or I asked if they needed it, and they said no thank you. And I was like, okay, no worries, it's totally fine. But then they're like, no, I mean you can have it, and the emotional roller coaster.
will be your
Now you can leave, make a heroic siege. Finished already? I know, right? And that was the only piece I needed, but we'll run the whole raid. I'm sure lots of people need things. I'm sure some of these people need, want, like, the bronze. And I can trade weapons to people as well. Maybe we'll even get more wands that we can trade around to people looking for them.
Very well.
Such work for an overlay and everything. What if the overlay is what manifested the wand?
Yourselves worthy, and I will let you pass.
We'll have to do it again for the next one. I also need a purple version of it from Heroic Siege, but I'm not going to worry about that today. I'm not going to push my luck on it. We'll find something different to farm after this raid.
But it is not
3,
gentle.
2,
Gird yourselves and be purified.
What are you talking about? Microwaved eggs? As far as I know, these particular colors are remix exclusive. The Trove Tally weapons. Oh, also, I forgot to use my, Lightstorm.
Stay away from lines.
Currents microwaves eggs? I'm horrified. We don't have to understand. We can accept. I am at peace with whatever way you guys want to make your food.
You are fully prepared. You may enter.
What remix expansion would you like to see next? BFA. I would be happy with any of them, but I would be quite excited to see BFA. Didn't switch specs back in time. I did that as holy. To those about to die, we salute you. Witness us.
The corruption is amplified.
I wonder if
The fragments must
if I
be
dispel, if it'll
purged
take off like
before it becomes
multi-stacks.
too great.
It does. Okay. I am spec'd into Mass Dispel. I can try and like tag a few people.
Ranzu. It did not matter. It comes. Steal your hearts.
What
and
a lovely
prepare
day.
Your souls.
If they remix Shadowlands, I will lose my life to it.
I will take you to the
I can't have them doing these too often, or else I'm not going to want to play the base game for anything. It's going to be hard to farm Mog outside of here.
Try to hold off the show
Imagine
for
them
as
doing
long
Lich King and
as
you could just
can.
get all of the different ICC tier sets for all of the different colorways and difficulties. Just like that. Do you think Remix would work as well, same, or better with expansions that had world quests? I think just as well. Because the world quests were very much like on top of other stuff. They didn't replace the dungeons and stuff. If anything, you would just have them fit into the scenario wing where maybe you'd have a daily quest. It's like, hey, go do 3 world quests. And if you're lucky, there's puzzle ones. Yeah, and if they drop boxes, it would make. I think it would be fine. I think it'd be kind of fun.
You're alive. I brought help.
So Hellscream's arrogance unleashed the last of the Shah. I am not surprised.
I have a Staff of Corrupted Waters that's up for grabs. If anybody needs it, first person to whisper me.
Look here. He left his weapon behind.
This is normal. This is a normal
Gorehound.
siege. I needed a transmog that we
This
got
means he's
from the very
completely
first boss from
unhinged.
somebody very nice. And
News to no
now
one
we're finishing it for
Lord. King Rin's fleet
for,
is converging on
manners.
Orgrimmar as we
have fun
speak.
hunting bones. Oh, I have everything already.
Sylvanas and
I have all the heirlooms and I bought the tusks and we're all good. I have extra bones rotting in my bank and I've got 7 here that are for
The
nothing.
Alliance is
I wish I
besieging
could give them to
city,
people.
and we
Congrats.
will
Thank you.
destroy Hellscream.
I'm trying to get, not 100% mogs, but I'm just trying to get more mogs. It is a shame you can't trade them.
Always a pleasure to see
I'm
you.
kind of like bronze. I have extra bronze that's on my hunter that's just stuck because she's 476 and she has everything. And I know that's like, I'm just, you know, my diamond shoes are too tight and my 50s won't fit in my wallet, but
Bladefish Bay is fortified.
it's just burning up over there.
We're getting slaughtered.
You can still get everything if you just start now. There's plenty of time left in Remix, and it's fairly quick to collect things compared to how it was at launch. They've buffed the amount of bronze that you get and the amount of threads that you get pretty substantially, so it's pretty easy to get going. Just keep doing your dailies. Do the highest raids you can get yourself into. Don't spend too much time in LFR unless there's mogs that you want out of there. Normal raids, daily quests, your daily random dungeons and scenarios, good stuff. Yeah, getting all the weapon mogs would be more of a project. Getting everything off the vendors is a lot more reasonable. Diamond shoes would be so uncomfortable, holy moly. It depends on whether or not you upgrade gear is kind of a personal choice. Some people will farm bronze and only buy things off the vendors. And a lot of times the way people will do that is they will level alts very quickly. Because you get some free bronze when you level an alt. And then they'll just like level an alt, shop with the bronze they have, then level another alt and shop with that bronze. That's a valid path that doesn't spend any bronze in upgrading gear. What I did was I leveled an alt. I upgraded her gear, which takes a lot of bronze. It took a couple of weeks of doing dailies to get her gear fully upgraded. But then she was like giga powerful, so I could clear content really fast. I could do heroic raids every day without any big issue. And I was able to farm bronze really quickly to then clean out the vendors on that super powerful character. I had fun doing it that way, but it's definitely more bronze total. It just depends on whether or not you would rather feel your character getting stronger and like get one character powered up a lot, or if you'd rather make like a lot of alts. Also, nothing says you have to pick one or the other. You can do both. I don't know why they make wooden shoes. Oh, you don't know they do make wooden shoes. Making alts and shopping was my strat too. A lot of people did very well with that. There's nothing wrong with that way. Got burned out after 12. I had a main to get into Siege for all the Hellscream ults. Can't see myself doing that again. Having a powered up character is nice if you're trying to farm things that need bones of Manoroth. If you want tusks of Manoroth or the heirlooms. You can do it on undergeared characters and to some extent leveling characters, but it'll take a lot longer than if you can just get into like a daily heroic or even mythic Siege Orgrimmar player. Focus on one character, upgrade the gear. Yeah. It's more fun than it sounds to upgrade gear. It seems... It feels pretty satisfying. I didn't expect to like it, but then every time I would play for the day, every time I could upgrade a piece of gear, I'm like, listen, am I strong now? Am I strong now? Am I there yet? Are we good? And it would always be like, not yet, not yet, a little bit more. And the whole time you're seeing people that are 476 just like do smoke and damage on the meters, and you're like, one day I'm gonna grow up to be big like you. This is the only fight I'm not a huge fan of. This is definitely the best one to do anything else that you had in mind, you know. We miss anything? Of course not. It's Galacrass. Maybe sport isn't for you if you constantly think, am I strong yet? I sweat so much over my weekend. I'm still trying to rehydrate. Part of it was exercise, and a lot of it was just overwhelming heat. Once you grow up to be big, you already had everything weeks ago. I still needed a bunch of stuff from the vendors when I grew up to be big, so I got to flex for a few weeks running stuff. It was kind of fun. I liked that. So glad you talked about how fun it was to upgrade gear. Convinced me to try it, and I had a great time getting strong. Hazel, girlfriend, and my friend both getting into WoW at the same time fresh. Recommending her YouTube and Twitch to them. Aw. Other content creators you'd recommend for a new retail player to not only see negative talk about the game. Chat must have some recommendations. Mr. GM's usually quite positive, right? Yeah. And helpful. Like, he's clear. He's good at explaining things.
Big ad.
No AC. No. The buses are air conditioned, but they end up with so many people on them that it's still kind of sweaty. I'm gonna have to get a lot more comfortable with getting onto busy buses and squeezing into open seats that are sandwiched between multiple people. I was on a bus recently where the bus wouldn't leave until people had taken all the available seats. They didn't want people standing if there were seats available, which is fair, but it's funny because people were like, you don't mean me, do you? And she's like, yep, sit down. And I was already in a seat, so I didn't feel like I was the target of that lecture, but, man. I'm always afraid of, like, bumping anybody or being in anybody's way or anything, but I think it's public transit. You gotta get from point A to point B. Public transit bus, like a city bus. What happened to the car? I don't take the car if I'm going downtown. The car is fine. I just, it's not worth my life to try to drive downtown. Yeah, because you're allowed to stand on the bus. They just wanted people to take seats if they were available first. I think the problem is that people were standing too close to the exit door. I don't know. It was the first time in my life I'd ever seen a driver take issue with that. Why don't you just go by dragon?
And there goes the other one.
Phase 2.
Sometimes I impress even myself. And down goes the dragon.
You do realize
Glad your couple
we are
days off or just a
directly
couple. Thought you
below
were going on
it, right?
vacation or something. No, not this time. Monday, Tuesdays are my normal weekend. I do take weeks off occasionally, but... And I guess I don't always give notice. I was going to say, normally I let people know ahead of time, but that's not true. Normally, I'm like, sitting on like a Monday or a Tuesday being like, well, there's not much happening in WoW right now. I could really use a week off. It's a good time. Let's go for it. And then I'll just like post on the Discord last minute and be like, see you guys next week. I do have a channel in my Discord where I will post if I'm taking unexpected time off or if I'm going to miss
If he's
streams.
not dead.
It's pretty much just a Hazel calls in sick to stream channel, but there it is. It's a whole thought vacation in my brain. I think I must have been using vacation coded language because everybody I know is on vacation. I'm watering plants for a few people right now. I'm not jealous. I'm not jealous. If I want to take vacations, I need to plan them and pay for them and go for them. And I'm doing other things that I'm planning and paying for and going for.
Be foolish, Vol'jin! You have no siege weapons left. You cannot win this battle.
Ain't no other way, man. We gotta stop Garrosh here and now. They be heroes. No
Who needs to
doubt
go on
about
vacation if they live in
that.
Vancouver Island, right? Mm-hmm.
Blessing of the
I'm trying to get more comfy going into town. It's just it's a bit different than I remember when I was growing up. I know a lot of cities have this problem, but there's a lot of open drug use and untreated public outbursts and stuff. Even like in certain areas, but also like just in the general downtown area. And I don't think anybody's really gonna bother you if you kind of like keep yourself to yourself and you don't engage with anybody. I don't feel like particularly unsafe, but it's definitely a different vibe than it used to be when I would come into town growing up. Can I submit a suggestion to Canada to move Vancouver City onto Vancouver Island?
Corcoran, to the gate! Now!
Out there, my sisters.
Need a vacation after expansion launch. I think I really will. I think after expansion launch and like the raid tier comes out, raid guides are all done, I might find some time to take a week off and just kind of recharge a bit. If I can afford to. Toronto is the same way. Definitely not the same for like a decade. I think there's just big issues with there's just big issues that are bleeding out into the cities.
I am so sorry.
Live in Toronto. Have not been downtown since 2010.
Please, let us just go back to the
I just want to be a little braver. I want to be able to go out on my own and do things that happen in town and not feel like I need to just like stay in my apartment and, you know, not ever go anywhere and do anything. I think it's good for me to get out of my comfort zone as long as I, you know, keep my wits about me and I don't do anything stupid. I'm in Portland's Pearl District. I missed the early 2010s Portland. Battling the same issue recently, so you're not alone. It's just, it's kind of brutal. And it's really rich of me to complain because I have it very good. And I think that's the thing that really freaks me out about it, is you see people having just like the worst days of their life. And these people aren't different from me. And they're, like, everything is so hard for them. And it's just so rough to see so many people struggling so much, so publicly, and know that, like, somebody's rock bottom is not that far from yours. There's nothing that makes me fundamentally different. I'm luckier, but, you know, it's just scary. See, all the way in the Hazel Manor seems safe and comfy. I'm a quite anxious person. So if the longer I stay comfy, the more anxious I get whenever I try and go do normal things. And it becomes really obvious to me when I try to go do something new and I just feel crazy the entire time, like I'm just an alien that doesn't belong there. I really thought that if I went out and I started doing stuff outside and taking classes and meeting people and being out in public, and I figured that it would be scary at first, but then, you know, we would start doing stuff and it would all wear off and I would feel great, or at least, you know, functional, and it wouldn't be as scary once I actually went and did it. And maybe that part comes later. I've discovered that I can maintain a near panic for multiple hours while outside. There is no law that says I will automatically calm down once I've started. I kind of hope that would be the case, and it hasn't been so far. That part takes a long time. Yeah. Anxiety brain likes to stay in overdrive. I really thought that I was overblowing it in my mind, that I would be more normal once I got outside. Or that I would feel more normal. And, yeah, not so much. I thought the hardest part would be the first day of going out, but I think the hardest part's going to be days 2 through 20 of going out. Because you know how much it sucks, and you still want to keep your momentum going.
It is an honor to finally face you in combat, Lotaro Gar, for honor and for the Horde!
You are an honorable.
But I think it's good for me. It'll be good for me eventually.
I regret what I must do.
If it was easy, there wouldn't be that much personal growth in it.
In the end, I stood by the war chief because it was my duty, and I am glad that it was you who struck me down.
The thing that mainly freaks me out is not understanding mechanics of, like, how things work and checking in for things and paying for things and, like, finding the right rooms and, like, and part of it is that I think that I'm actually a bit stupid when I'm freaking out. And when I'm outside and I'm nervous, I'm freaking out constantly. So I really do misunderstand things or, like, have a hard time remembering or learning things because I'm panicking the entire time. It's hard to, like, learn something properly in a class or, like, figure out where you're supposed to go or how you're supposed to check in, or, like, it's difficult to manage those things when you're, like, your brain's melting. It's a real problem. And I think it'll get easier the more I do it. But it's hard. I'm trying to remind myself that the worst thing that's going to happen is that I'm going to look a bit daft and I'm going to be a bit silly and lost. And eventually I will find people that will help point me in the direction that I'm trying to go, and that I'll do it enough times that I'll know my way around. But early on I feel like I'm gonna ask some pretty stupid questions, and I'm gonna ask them like 5 times each, because the first 4 times someone's gonna give me an answer and I'm not really gonna understand because Hazel Brain. Good job trying. And I'm sure I'm not the only person that feels like that when I'm out in public. That's one of the things that can freak you out, is thinking, man, everybody else is totally chill and they're not worried about this at all. What's wrong with me that this is so hard? And that's not fair, because you don't know what other people are feeling. There's every chance that plenty of them are feeling exactly the same way as you, or worse, on any given day. And they're like, people hide that kind of thing really well. I'm sure that I looked a bit off, but I don't think anybody would have known that I was, like, panicking the whole time. I think they just thought I was a bit tense. I also have about 80% of my brain used up being in social situations. Yeah.
Will never fail the war chief.
We're gonna just stay wholesale away from any diet and nutrition conversations here. It's just not a productive place for it. I do appreciate the concern. Coworker one time told me he didn't know I had anxiety, and I was like, really? You can't tell? Nice thing is, in theory, after enough repetition of going to the new place, it gets comfier. Yeah, I hope so. I hope eventually it starts feeling like my place, or a place that I belong in, or at least know how to navigate. I think it will. Nothing says I have to make a bunch of besties. I just want to not, I don't know, irritate anybody with my presence too much. Third place is so hard right now.
Where did his lost power take him? We will soon find out.
People tell me I'm chill, must be good at hiding. How many besties can you really have? Yeah, that's true. We'll always have Flabby.
What should we do next?
Asking for help is what you should be working on. I did force myself to actually ask a question, and not worry about whether or not it was a stupid question. I felt like my voice sounded bizarre because I hadn't heard it all day. And also I don't know, I don't talk around other people. I talk here. Or like I'll chat with my partner when we're like out and stuff. But I don't know, talking, I don't know, it seemed odd. I felt like a robot trying to recreate human speech. But I made myself ask a question. Which I think was good.
Earth Mother, protect you, Vulcan.
Dark spear never die.
Are we sure you're not a robot? Oh, I need a, you know what I need is a firmware update. that'll help. That'll sort some stuff out. I'm sad because I saw a real estate listing for a place that looked perfect for me, that I can actually afford. And because my taxes took so long to get sorted out this year, I don't have my assessment back. So I can't apply for my mortgage. So I can't, somebody's gonna take it. And I'm not even checking up on it because obviously it's not gonna be available still by the time I go looking, but I'm mad because it was perfect. Maybe it wasn't. I'm just gonna tell myself they have undisclosed mold or something and that'll make me feel better. But,
We recording?
ugh.
Yeah? Okay.
There'll be more.
Goblin Titan
It was so cute. It was just right for us.
Hold on a second, will you?
I know. It was doomed. It was bound to happen. I shouldn't have been looking in the first place.
2,
1.
Activating GB11010 Armageddon class defense system.
And I can actually afford it.
Does anybody know if we're sold for this?
Not a huge fan of this fight either. Can only assume it was awful during Pandaria. Yeah. I should be clear that everybody was super nice. Everybody was very, very friendly. Nobody gave me a hard time about anything whatsoever. Nothing went wrong necessarily. Nobody said it was a stupid question.
Help so.
Initiating system reset. Module 1 at 50%.
What are we doing here?
System reset requires 2 modules to complete.
There are no stupid questions.
Module 1's all prepared for system reset.
It spoils Lead Galacras. Oh, I see. Of the fights that you can't brute force quickly, which would you leave or take? I would rather do spoils than Gallicrass because at least on spoils I feel like there's something for me to do. Gallicrass drives me nuts because you're just twiddling your thumbs for 10 minutes. Hi Hazel and chat. Hello CB Freeze. How are you doing today?
Dispel
I
boss.
should wash my feet. I could very easily
Dispel
die.
boss.
Yeah, true.
Help soak.
You can take your bio break during Gallicrass.
Dispel boss.
4, 3, 2,
Doing well. Hope you're doing well. Thank you very much. Can't complain too much. Can't complain.
Security system deactivated. Welcome back, Siegecrafter Black Fuse.
We did it.
Have a great day, and don't let the door
Can
hit
we
you on the way
mass
out.
res? I'll give it a go. KFC 5 minutes away with Uber Eats to celebrate the weekend. You're living. I hope everybody's getting loot they need. I'm gonna be able to spend some of this bronze to get boosted a little more. We're creeping up on 420. I wonder what I'm gonna farm because we just have oh no, because we have to do Black Fuse and Dinosaur. We're not quite done yet. We'll pick something to work on after this. Maybe we'll go looking through the list, see if anything really jumps out at us as a color that we must have. Because the models themselves, there's more colors that are available, and I certainly have like some colors of all these things. That's a cute little book. I like that it's a book offhand that's not super huge and overstated. It's just like a little cute one with a seal on the cover. It's one of the funny numbers. Haha.
Beware.
Oh, man.
Beware.
The Daily Diary. Big ol' Fan's fist weapons didn't disappear entirely when sheathed. Yeah.
Beware.
Oh, I didn't even use my Lifestorm. Yeah, there's another one of those guys. I know people like those. I learned that it's called a Psy. Oh, and there's another one. There's a red one. What appearance are you after now? I'm trying to figure that out. We got the one that I needed from this raid quite early in the raid. And now I'm kind of thinking about what might be a good thing to come next. That's kind of neat. What was that? The Carapace Crusher? Heroic Scenarios. That's pretty. I could see myself using that on a Shadow Priest sometime.
All right, Shanna.
Like I want the same one from Heroic version of the raid because that's purple, but I'm just not willing to put together another Siege of Orgrimmar today. I had time in my life for one. Any of these LFR appearances, super must have. They're hard to farm, but maybe that. It can't be that different from the other Jinya that we have.
Looks like I'm in the market for a new
What about
assistant.
these? Lots of colors of that. If we ever get Tortolans as an allied race, the Psy are a must-have. Yeah, the Candle Skull is pretty cool. I feel like I have a bunch of them.
Time to mix business.
Oh, for heaven's sake, there's an LFR version of the wand too. We'll never be free of siege. But we are free of normal siege. Which is pretty nice.
Don't think you won. My legacy is
Of course, there's 4 things from Mythic Siege. There's like a red wand. And then a couple other things. It might be more fun to farm a world item because we could really grind for it. As a fellow Shadow Priest, how much are you looking forward to the War Within basically being a Shadow Priest themed expansion? What was the other one I felt like that about? BFA I felt had a lot of old god Shadow Priesty themed influence. I felt very on brand as a Shadow Priest in BFA. Completionist brain engaged for trap forever. I'm just trying to pick a I'm trying to pick a thing. I guess I could pick a random too, but maybe we should prioritize the cool looking ones. Nice little red book.
He insisted on going ahead alone. Tell me, how goes the battle up above? What of Nazgrim?
These feel awful.
Nazgrim, a great.
Ooh, that's a pretty dagger. I like that. Dread Priest's dagger from normal scenarios.
I tried to tell him that Hellscream betrayed us. Cast aside a war chief's responsibility.
Hope it went well.
The old one will not suffer their intrusion.
We haven't. Damn Hellscream.
What am I doing? I'm trying to solo a mob over here.
Tore our horde apart. Go on, find Thrall. Finish this.
We will slay you all as easily as we slew the
I can do like 700k. I can't quite do a mill and AoE with Holy Nova just yet. University of Oregon, taking a page out of 90s playbook, being a pain to work for. You can make a game out of Galacraft by setting a timer to see how long the downtime is, coming up with different activities and seeing if you can do them at exactly that time.
Feast on the blood of our enemy. Perhaps I could have used some enhancement. You move too slowly. How does your kind catch any prey?
Like push-ups. That was literally the first thing I thought of, and then I was like, don't say the words. Think of anything else. Hold on. Do a puzzle while you wait for her to land. I've found out that I'm not adult enough for a 1,000-piece puzzle, and if I need to try puzzles again one day, I need to get some more 500s. I gotta work up to that tough one. It's too hard for me. Great minds. Squats. I've discovered that when I'm doing lateral arm raises, my shoulders go ka-thunk every single time I go up and every single time I go down. And it doesn't exactly hurt, but it's so uncomfortable and I hate it so much. Oh, I got an extra one. That one dropped for me. If anybody wants it, they can whisper me for it. Same. Whole lot of 1K puzzles. Jigsawpuzzles.io. Have that in my left shoulder, but only on the way up. Do you have any advice? Is there anything that makes that suck less? Because I hate it so much. It happens literally every time. Oh, somebody wanted it. Nice. Yeah. There we go. It says it'll remove it, but I have an extra one. We're all good. That's excellent. That makes it worth finishing the read. The longer I keep the movement in, the less it happens. So like doing it slower? Is it just the joint cracking? Oh, I mean, I don't know what it is. It's like a ka-thunk-a-thunk. Rotate your arms a little forward or back to stop that. Disclaimer, don't know anything, just curious. I'd have to try it.
It is not.
I mean, it's not the only one of my joints that does that. My jaw has really bad, when I open it all the way, it like clunks to one side and then I close it and then it clunks back. They took x-rays and then nothing ever happened. As long as you aren't yeah, no, it doesn't hurt. I think it would hurt if I was dislocating it. Muscle too tight around the joints. Older joints being joints. I wonder if it's the muscle thing, because my shoulders get very overly tight and jacked up in a way that makes them behave strangely. Like, I can usually roll back my shoulders and click them, like, 40 times in a row.
The true horde. We die.
And that's fairly new for me. That's something that's just in the last year has started getting really bad.
Like true orcs should.
Yeah, my hips have clicked forever. I do like a funny little frog stretch to pop them both out.
None but yourself.
Supporting ligaments being weird.
Betrayed our people to forge your fragile alliances, and I will take great pleasure in tearing them
Oh,
apart.
wiggly rip that I can pop. That is wild.
Then you have forced
Dentist
my
said jaw thing only fixes Botox. Said no
I
thanks.
will correct the mistake I made long ago. Spirits of the wind, the earth, the water.
Frog stretch is the
hear my
best though.
call.
If we look like dorks doing it.
Come to my
I don't even think about it anymore. I'm sure my neighbors think I'm insane.
My dark shadow have twisted and tortured
Very small
you
sumo
for
wrestlers.
miles around. They cannot hear you now.
Yeah, I just pick
Once
up one
again,
leg with the knee bent and then I rotate it out to pop the hip.
powerless
I do it on both sides.
everything.
Their fault for
Never
looking in on you.
powerless.
I mean, sometimes I do it while I'm unlocking my door, so like, it's not exactly their fault. I'm not always inside.
You wish to face
You know, you're walking home, you got your
against
groceries.
a
Click,
real
click.
orc war chief.
Yoga mat by my gaming desk.
Be it.
Take more breaks to stretch. Yeah, I definitely need to stretch more.
I, Garrosh, son of Grom, will show you what it means to be
Looking to do the stretching for me. No time for dedicated stretches.
Anger, hatred, fear. They are weapons of war. The tools of a war chief.
Phase 2.
Yes, I can see it now. I can see the future of this world. A world ruled by the Horde. My Horde. You will be trapped for eternity.
Shockwave. Shockwave. Phase 3.
We're almost done. And then we're free of normal siege forever.
Will come to pass.
We'll still need LFR siege and heroic siege and maybe mythic siege, but normal siege will be finished with forever.
Mountains of skulls
You know, you gotta
and
take your
rivers of
wins.
blood, and I will have my
Thought I was gonna say, Garrosh will save us. Barely took an hour. We had some lovely people joining Carrie.
cannot
Greatly
end
appreciated.
like this.
Helps a lot.
What
I mean, I can't do that right.
what I have
Never really.
seen.
Thanks, everybody. Okie dokie. We are skedaddling. Yeah, I can take the portal. Thanks for setting up the run. Hope all is well with you. Long time no see. Yeah, we're doing good. We're in good shape here. I got the thing that I wanted so early in that run. I'm so happy. I'm gonna scrap all this stuff. Should probably check to see if I need to use any of it, but at this point my gear's pretty much what it's gonna be. Scrap all this stuff, spend some upgrades, and then look into what we're gonna be doing for the rest of the day. Pick another thing to farm. That was wonderful. Thank you so much to everybody that helped, that came on that run. That was amazing. I am highly pleased. Okay. LFR Time Siege is my favorite raid. I've definitely gotten to know it a lot better since I came back to Remix anyway. So I think boots were the last thing on that round. And now I think I should be allowed to do weapon again. Very spendy. Spendy upgrades. But we're cranking right along here. 417 item level. So here is my trove tally list of all the mogs that I don't have yet that Priest could get that are remix exclusives. Came to the run by listening to your stream? Exactly, moral support. I want to pick something that I want to farm. This is an option. That's kind of a cool mace. That's heroic scenarios. This dagger is normal scenarios. Given that it's... I want to pick something that's not... I want to pick something that I have a chance of cranking out. Man, but it'd be so much easier to farm out the scenario stuff later when I, like, have the rest of my item level. We could probably world farm relatively easily. I feel like we have enough gear to be questing just fine. Questing and maybe farming. Heroic dungeons and normal raids are the best way to level a new character in Remix. Don't skip the normal raids. They give huge experience bonuses to your cloak. I kind of want this little book, honestly. I kind of want this little red book. I like the little stitching. I like the little stamp on it. I like the pages. It's a nice little book. It's called the Pandaren Tome. Let me take a little screenshot for manifesting purposes. And that is Kunlai Summit. Haha. Perfect. Okay. I know I've been up and down a lot, but I'm going to get up one more time, and then we're going to... Here, I'll see if I can flight path my way up there, and then we'll settle in and find some way to do it. I am wearing Bones of the Blood Hunter. It was a trading post set, I'm pretty sure. Was it trading post or was it shop? I think it was trading post.
Greetings.
Trading post fill the bar. Whoa, I don't have any flight paths out there. I guess I'm just going to fly. I suppose I'm almost there anyway.
Joy.
One sec. Alrighty. We're back. That's disgusting. I need this. I don't think it's available anymore right now. I think you'd have to wait for it to rotate back in the trading post. It was a fill the bar reward. The weapon is from Waycrest Manor. Alright, let's go to Kunlai Summit, and then I'm sure I didn't quest there. So yeah, there's tons of quests that I can do. I think that because of the speed in which I would be killing things, I'm probably better off questing than I am farming in Kunlai Summit. Plus you'd think I would know these quests a little bit after having done them a few times. I know this is kind of our farm area anyways. And then also I could spec Shadow and try things that way, but I think I'm gonna... Well, actually, maybe I should spec Shadow and try that. One thing I hope we get in Trading Post is mini gunships for each faction. Oh. We're gonna have our Delve airship
Tell me of your
pretty soon in the War
travels.
Within. That's something. Okay. Alright, one Pandaren Tome. We're also, there are three other items that I could get that could drop while we're farming this. That we're not against having, but the tome is the thing that I specifically really want. So I figure I'll farm until I get it. Although, we only have 30 minutes left, so there's nothing saying that we will get it right now. But I want to farm as much as I can. And then pick a different thing off the list to start with next time. I wonder if I'm better off in Shadow or Holy. I haven't really spec'd Shellfish or Shadow since I was leveling him first. But it might not be the worst idea just to, I don't know, have, well, I don't know. It's remix, it's not valid practice for the real game. It's just a question of how quickly can you tag things really at this point. I definitely feel a lot better questing now than I did with the gear that I had when I first started farming this stuff. This is much better. I'm gonna move some of these buttons around a little bit. Oh, rare. We need those. Oh, it's a War Scout. I think we've discovered that we can solo War Scouts. So these will have a chance to drop loot, which could be the loot that we're looking for. Easy. We didn't even need the Lightstorm to finish up. I got a helmet. That's not what we're after. I think we'll also get some amount of bronze from doing all this. I don't know how good it'll be, but it'll be something. Oh, that's kind of nice. I didn't even know I was supposed to be healing somebody around there, but just by virtue of Holy Nova-ing on top of them, it healed them enough to count for the quest. That's kind of fun. That'll be a bit easier than doing it on other characters.
Patience. Patience.
Glad you like my farm spot in Kunlime. I am mainly here because I'm questing, but it is good. It did work. We managed to grind out the last item that I was looking for in my hunter. It was a staff or a poem or something. Oh, that's so fun. I forgot how satisfying it is to heal heal NPCs for healing quests when you're actually playing a healer and you can just slap like an instant heal on them and be done with it from ranged, whereas other people have to like walk up to it and channel a cast. A lot of the off-healing ticker gems will do that too. That's pretty handy. Did help me get an idea of what tools each spec has. Never played Holy until Remix, and I'm loving it. Nice. Should give it a try in the War Within if you find time. From Mercius and Siege, I managed to use Lifestorm to heal one of the puddles. Clever. I think today's Siege was one of the only times that I ever saw us one-phase it. It's happened for me before in Remix, but only a handful of times. Usually enough puddles get missed that we have to two-phase it. Which is fine, you know. What's the rush? What's the enormous hurry? So we need more arrows, but anybody that we can AoE kill is not a horrible idea. I should be riding the new owl around. Where's my courier? Charming courier. There it is. Polly Roger who? Never heard of her.
What is your hurry?
Oh, that's cool. I wonder if that got patched in or if that's like one of my add-ons doing that. There's a dragon riding talents button right on my mount interface. Might be one of my add-ons. I don't know. Yeah, pretty pretty.
Speak up.
Any luck? Any luck? We're looking for one Pandaren tome. It could come from any of these things. It could come from the boxes, it could come from the mobs, it could come from a rare. Any of it. Just gotta get lucky.
I'll separate this fool human's head from his neck. You, over
He's so
here.
angry. Nope, not yet. Add-on borrowing it from beta. Kinda neat. At first I thought it was the new Skyriding toggle and I'm like, wait, when did that show up? Did they drop pre-patch and I not notice? There's a sentence missing a couple of words. Did they drop pre-patch without my noticing?
Tell me of your travels.
Not perfect.
What wisdom do you seek?
Not yet, but I'm pretty satisfied with the pace of questing, so I think we can just settle in, get comfy. Hopefully I get all these weapons before I run out of quests in the zone. Oh, didn't even need a Lifestorm. Dropping free patch you not knowing what would you do? Probably read a Wowhead article and then log on to pre-patch and figure out what my goals are. I don't think it would cause me like a ton of panic. Life is too short for me to panic about WoW things anymore. I think they cease to hold any fear or stress over me. Perhaps they should as a WoW content creator, but that is one area of my life that does not cause me a lot of anxiety, is the idea of being behind in WoW. I figure it'll... Well, we'll be here. We'll be fine. We'll figure it out.
Keep your eyes peeled for the
Alright. I see lots of quests.
I heard you coming a mile
How's my speed doing? We're at 36%. I have 2 more epic speed gems. I'm gonna pop them in. I don't care that I'm actively crippling my damage performance. I want to go fast.
You have the eyes of one who has traveled much.
What's up?
Puts me up to 47. That does help, because 49 is speed cap. So I basically just want to socket enough speed gems to hit cap. And then we can kind of switch them off as my cloak gets more speed. Thanks, Erin. Thanks for giving out a gift. So appreciate it. Want to farm the Kieran Tor themed items for pre-patch? Pre-purchase 12 months of game time up front. It'll take a bit, but it should be included. I'm on a recurring 12-month, and that's how I got mine. Might just take a like a Scoots is saying, might just take a day. Don't play much anymore. Always like to come here once in a while to watch you play. Aww.
What wisdom do you seek?
What wisdom do you seek?
No, not that time. Every time I open a box, I get a little excited. Maybe I should save up a bag full of boxes and then open them all at once. Just for the fun of it, you know. It's not technically a better plan. It's just sounds fun. Remember, buffs go on top of that. Double Trailblazer and speed cap is crazy. I know. I'm a priest. I can't have double Trailblazer like my hunter can. Sad. Let's get a bunch of these guys. Good with vegetables? Oh yeah, we need the cast iron pot, that's right. I'll fully admit that I haven't been cooking very much in the last couple of days. It's so much easier when it's super hot out to just get takeout and not have to worry about what can I make without heating up my place.
Welcome, wanderer.
Okay. Oh yeah, it was, well, no luck yet. Maybe we'll save up 10 boxes. Because I'm not going to get like all of the rest of the mogs before stream ends. So what if I spend the next like 20 minutes getting as many boxes as I can, and then at the very end of stream we'll open all of them. That sounds like fun. You still do a lot of pet things? Honestly, not really. I keep up with pet collecting more or less. I think I'm still missing some Dragonflight pets. My collection's in reasonably good shape. I have 1,725 and most of them are leveled. I haven't done any content for pet battles in a bit though. I think the last one was the last time they released a pet battle dungeon. Oh, it's rare. Germany's been toasty as well. Salads and yogurt galore. New Owl has dragon eyes with part of cut content from Azure Spain. Huh. Ooh, I got a wand that I technically needed. I don't know if it was just, I think it was just an idea. I think I had the appearance already. Just get whatever I happen to come across. Yeah. I suppose that ought to be a good, oh, you know what I don't, you know what I still need? I don't have that little moonkin pet from doing that world quest in the Emerald Dream. I like didn't bother to do it properly when it first came out because the strat was to like get in a raid group so you wouldn't finish the quest or use a bunch of alts or whatever. Actually, I don't even know if that would work. Anyway, I didn't bother to do it properly when it first came out, and then like I was kind of keeping an eye out for the world quest for a while, Claws for Concern. And it wouldn't spawn, and then I just lost interest and I forgot to check. But it's a pet that I needed. I think it's called Lulu. Oh right, I need to round up some yaks. Playing V4, waiting for the WoW expansion. Nice. I've been doing a little bit of recreational Stardew Valley in my off time. It's been very cozy. It's been a little too cozy. I tend to ooze into my couch like a piece of mold. There's another yak. Got the Wrath Dollar on higher learning pet. That one I'm proud of. That's the Alliance hub. That's not where we're going. Which begs the question. Where am I going? Round them up. Turn them to Eastwind Rest. Oh, all the way over there. So far. Come on, yaks. The yak wash. Melting into your couch like a man made of string cheese? Yeah, you get it. I'm glad that visual stuck. Most memorable pet for me was Jerry the Snail. Was the first in the guild to get it. Lots of pets were sacrificed. Nice. Flight is allowed. Huh. That's good to know. Will I remember that next time? Probably not. Oh well.
Tell me of your travels.
I guess I'm just not a gambler.
Hey, how you doing?
How you doing?
Blood and thunder.
Hope we get Pendar and a Heritage Armor if they're working another race. Aren't they the last ones to get it? Or am I mistaking someone? Oh, rare. Need. No luck. Every core race except Pandaren have it now. Guide on how to get flight stones easily? I don't. I never figured out a good flow for grinding them on purpose. I mainly got them as a byproduct of doing raids. Most of my flight stones just came from regular raid nights. Am I insane? Am I the only person that automatically thinks vendors when they hear things like travelers, expedition, or courier? Or maybe I'm just so old. I don't think you're insane. The word that comes to mind for me when I hear courier is mail. I think like a mail courier. Or like a, you know, like a delivery person. But I usually just think postal service. I always thought the Mogu Terracotta Warrior thing was kind of cool. Neat way to bring to life something I vaguely read about in social studies class. Do love KT Stamp Whistle, speaking of couriers. Starting a Fallout New Vegas playthrough. These guys aren't even fighting me. I'm just destroying local pottery. Remember the pets from Attack on Vol'dun? Barely, not really. I remember there was like a big grub that I farmed from like a rare underground in BFA Invasion Oldham, I think.
You are most welcome.
That sucked. I think it was from something. The item that summoned it was called the Stinky Sack, and it was some kind of a grub. Wasn't Mr. Grubs? Hold on. I must know. Rot breath? Yeah, I think that was it. I think the pet rot breath was summoned from an item called the Stinky Sack, which was just so funny to me. That thing. Awful. Awful grind. Listen, I don't want to talk about the Gilded Blade.
Come closer, friend.
Actual first New Vegas playthrough. I don't know if I've actually tried to play one of the Fallout games. Maybe I've watched videos of them. I feel like I'm vaguely familiar with it, but I'm sure I must never have actually played any. How do they want us to destroy the oil rigs? Is it like a quest item? 3 and 4 are shooters, 1 and 2 are more RPG. I see. Should be a good batch of quests if we can kind of make it through. I love rescuing people by clicking on them. Also, this poor lady's clipped into the floor. Oh dear. Playing an RPG, making any decision and seeing a million paths die always freaks me out. I'm better now though. Oh. Were you the kind of person that would like look up what the other options were for, or like where they would take you? Sometimes did. I like games that let you RPG, that let you roleplay your character into whatever kind of person you want. And if you make them really weird, the other characters like side-eye you in all the cutscenes. Or like just give you a hard time in the dialogue options being like, you're just strange, you know? Some of the RPGs do that. You know, your character says something crazy and the NPCs are just like, that was kind of weird. Fallout was good for that if you go low intelligence. I think that was Shaw of Anger. I wonder if there's any world in which he's Oh, come on, did that count? It didn't. I shouldn't have taken off. I thought if I stayed close it would work. I don't even think I'm going to try to check on Shaw. I'm sure it's dead. I mean, I guess it's right up here. We can just kind of like nip up over the hill and take a little look-see. Maybe it's an empty shard? Nope, sure dead. Alrighty. It would mainly be just for threads. You get like a legendary spool for doing it. I'm excited to see how many more chests can I get in the next 10 minutes. And then we can open them all at once at the end and see if we're lucky enough to get that book. Fallout 3's first location is a town called Megaton, built around a huge bomb. I actually wouldn't have guessed it. I would have said like a robot or like a large anvil maybe. If you put your mind to it, you can
Time is
detonate
money,
it.
friend.
That's good. What's the point of having an enormous explosive
Nothing
around
shall
if there's
stand
no
in our
possibility of doom?
I
What wisdom do you see? Slow down. Life
Slow
is to
down.
be savored.
Nope. Can't do it. Oh, rare. It's a war scout. We can do it. What is your go-to lunch? Couple different things in rotation, depending on what's around. I will be very honest. In recent times, recent years, my partner has been making lunch 99 days out of 100. We'll do like grilled cheese and veggies sometimes. Sometimes we'll do like a little pasta with some veggies. Sometimes leftovers if we have leftovers of anything. Lunch is a good time for that.
What do you need?
Sometimes
Speak up.
Subway when the mood's right. Sometimes the at-home version of Subway. Mixed sandwiches. My veggie sandwich. Pungent Sprite needles. That is nice. But he's kind of hard done by right now because we have like no groceries. I need to buy some groceries today. So I don't know. This owl is gorgeous. Partner puts in a lot of time feeding me. It's very sweet. I'm getting a bit carried in that category. We split dinners, so we each do 3 dinners a week, and then we do takeout once. That's at least planned. But then he does basically all the breakfast and lunches, which is a bit unfair when I think about it. I need to come up with a few things that I can do too. But sometimes he'll get things started ahead of time. Eat right after stream. Eating whatever snack or bread is left right now. Apparently anything to make a meal. I need to just get a bit more acquainted with my cabinets and come up with a few plans. I bought some stuff to make stir fry recently and then I haven't done it. I would like to. Target delivery went badly. Got frozen fruit and oat milk though at least. Smoothies. Nice. I keep oat milk around and I literally never put it in smoothies and I feel like I should. There's a place around here that sells smoothie bowls that I've never bought one before, but they're pretty highly reviewed and reading it just makes me want to try to make it at home, basically. Ooh, rare. And one of the ingredients in the main body of the smoothie part is just oat milk. I've never made a corn smoothie. Those are 2 words that have never made friends with each other in my entire life. And I'm not completely comfortable with it yet. Jams, an 11-month resub. That's a long time. Hi Hazel, hope you're doing well today. Thanks, bud. I hope you're doing good. We miss all you guys. I'm excited to get back into some more Within Keys. You theoretically cook on your balcony to keep the heat out. No. I mean, I'm sure you could do something with like a little camp stove, but 1, there's a ton of plants out there, and 2, it cooks out there. Like, it's so hot. It would be a it would be a tough thing to do. Oh, I think my smoothies with oat milk. Almond coconut would be good. I'm cheap and lazy, so I usually just do a bit of water or ice cubes, and then whatever my fruit on hand is, and sometimes I'll add like a little dash of lemon juice and ginger, so that it spices up the flavor a bit without cranking the sugar crazy high, because the fruit is already quite sugary. I often put bananas and mango in my smoothie. So excited to dive back into Keys. It's been nice chatting with all my homies again. How's work been? How's your, I guess it's not that new anymore, but your new job? Are you the boss? 7 promotions and 4 raises. Actually, that wouldn't be very fair. 7 promotions, each with their raises. pretty great. Vibe every day this week. Sucks though because I'm on call and it's hurricane time. Oh no. Yikes.
Hmm?
I'm trying to collect as many of these boxes as I can before end of stream, which is pretty soon. So that I can... There's a cave. It's in here, isn't it? So that I can open them all at once and try to get this book that I'm farming. But you can't wait to do Siege of Borealis again. I will make my peace with it. I think it'll be fine. I think it will not be the worst thing I do in a given day. Maybe I'm only scared of it because I'm not very good at it, and maybe once I get better at it, I'll feel a sense of mastery and self-accomplishment. I mean, probably not at Siege of Borealis, but we must be optimistic, right?
Hello.
Something, something, think positive. They remove the weapons from Necrotic Wake. Huh. Can't remember that dungeon. I remember missing jumps or falling off of gangplanks and getting eaten by sharks. I remember trying to kite a boss and getting cornered and getting moitered. And that's about it. I remember the trash being a little bit chaotic in the back half. Narrow streets, extra packs, that kind of thing. Want someone to be doing it, be like, oh, this one. Yeah. Sharks are the big enemies in Siege. I dislike any time that you have to make a jump in a dungeon. The only ones I can make my peace with are the ones in the beginning of Black Fathom Deeps, and even those have ruined my life time and time again. And those are literally just run forward and press your jump key at the right time. They don't even need you to aim. Remember people being horribly angry running dungeons during BO5. What's the one with the drakes? It is... I know what you're talking about. Grimbatol. Yep. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, it'll be fine. I actually love the first boss of Grimbatol with the big frontward charge that it, like, fires up. I think that's hilarious. I think that's so funny. I remember I died to that once, and I was so embarrassed. And then I, like, learned the tell for it. And then I spent the rest of the expansion in Cataclysm watching other people die to it and being like, haha, not me! Not in chat, mind you. I would never, but like, just being secretly relieved that I was not the person who had been absolutely mowed down by the frontal. Shadow Snake, thank you for the 5-month 5 gift subs. Pardon me, 5 gift subs from Shadow Snake. Congrats to those who got them. Thank you very, very much. Pog indeed. I'm so lucky. Alright, come on, Yak, you need a bath. 6! 6 yaks! That's so many! That's so many yaks to bathe. How many did we get? 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14 currently. Oh, another War Scout. Where is it?
Speak up.
North. No! Darn it. Didn't quite make it in time. Yeah, cleaning only works at scale. Listen, I need a portable hose here. Oh man. I was watering plants at my sister's place and her little patio has like a garden hose set up. And I'm so jealous. It's so much nicer than filling cans of, like, watering cans of water. I felt so powerful. Hose on, hose off. You know, you can water plants as much as you feel like they need without having to wonder how many times you want to open and close the door and let heat into your place. Amazing. So jealous. Ooh, another War Scout. Sorry, Yak. Can you wait here for me, please? So that's kind of on my wish list for my next place. I'd love to have a hose. Hose for moose washes. I've never taken him to a dog wash place. I've only ever given him gentle sponge baths in our own bathtub. One day I'm gonna get him groomed and he's gonna be in for a bit of a surprise. Alright. Here's the last yak.
Greetings.
Oh my god, I've never actually properly looked at this before. This is so funny. Are they cleaning the yaks with yak fur? I think that's yak fur. It's got like little braids in it and everything. It could be straw. And they go in brown and they come out white. That's so funny. I know that's like not a new joke, but I don't care. Oh, and then I have to bring these guys to Lucky 8 coins. I'm just gonna run it up there. And then we'll open it up. We'll see if our Pandaren book is in any of these boxes. We love a washed yak. At least we're running a little faster than we used to. Maybe not mount speed, but not too bad. I remember getting into trouble with this one in dragon riding, so I'm definitely gonna just run these over the old-fashioned way. If you have the toy, you can watch your yak whenever you want. You just gotta make sure you skip the yak wax. Tough to get off them.
Greetings, friend of the realm.
Alright. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, don't mind me, 13, 14, it's just satisfying to have them all in one spot, 15, 16, 17. Alright, we are hoping for the Pandaren Tome. That one. That's the Mog appearance that I'm looking for. Drum roll. We're gonna open them all at once. I got something different. Alright, no Pandaren Tome. We did pick up a Crane's Beak effigy, which is this offhand with a little crane thing. And red. Although I think that might have been just an ID get and not an individual item get. Because it was all the things noted that I added it to my collection, but I didn't get any new pink text. No luck on the book that time. No luck. But that was a lot of fun. I would do that again. I think we'll farm more of that tomorrow. Or we'll spend more time farming that tomorrow because I like our chances. But I'm going to take this character back to town. I'm going to wrap up for today. And I'll be back tomorrow morning for another World of Warcraft stream. Same time, same place. We stream Wednesday through Sunday, 9 a.m. to noon Pacific time. Appreciate the company. Thank you so much for stopping by. And I hope you have a wonderful, wonderful day. Bye.